I'm ready to swap on over.
And I am good too. All right. So, do a little bit of stretcher like I'm going for like a marathon or something.
All right. I'm chilling and I'm watching Morag. Morag, I have to say that tree is delectable.
The tree came out really well. I'm surprised.
So is it? It's tied to your points, right? So it's without you doing anything, if someone does things with your points, it'll change the color of the tree automatically.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's cool as hell.
Yeah, I wanted to do it like it was 2 weeks ago. I'm like, guys, I kind of want to do this. I don't think it's possible. And then they're like, no, you could do it. And I'm just like, no. And then I went and ordered the stuff, and then I did like the basics for it, like last weekend. And then this week I did like a 9-hour coding stream spree to like go and do like little extra stuff. So
wow.
Really good. Oh yeah, it turned out really well. I need to add in some more little goodies, but yeah, it's overall still really good.
Oh yeah, so chat. So in Morag's stream, with his channel points, if you give a certain amount of channel points, you can change the color of the trees behind him. That's different from our channel, where with 500,000 points, you can get a self-ban for 24 hours. So I'd say it's better.
A self-ban? Oh, I even have self-ban stuff too as well. I have what they call the mutter command. It was something that I had for like a while.
Yeah.
Long time ago, if you typed !mutter, it would do a random ban between 0 seconds and 10 minutes.
Oh.
But if you hit 10 minutes, you won because you wouldn't get banned. And then we had the super mutter command, but I had to stop doing it because everyone was doing it, and then people stopped chatting.
Oh, it was filling a chat. That's funny.
Yeah, so now it's locked behind points. I have to spend points to use it.
Why are viewers such masochists? They want to get banned.
You
know what? It's a power move. It's a power move.
It's hands down a power move.
You guys are lovable. Mine, I just let people designate if they're chatters or lurkers. Really. Or pick subjects. Like, I keep it simple because my community is a chill community. So. Anywho, Morag, when you're ready to swap, I'm ready to hit the play. I'm turning my music down.
I'm gone. I'm there.
You're there?
Nice.
All right. And, oh yeah, we have to go back to here. All right. After I hit play, it's going to be YouTube time. Everybody in chat, if you want to say hi YouTube, you can. It won't show up, but it's just fun. Bye.
Hi YouTube.
Start banter.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 13th episode of the Game Trailer Show. I'm Jacklifear, and there's a co-host here.
Hi, I'm tehMorag, and we also got a guest too.
Hi, I am Brawley from OverBoredGaming.
So, welcome, Brawley. You've been looking forward to this. Tonight we'll be looking at over 80 trailers for the games that between December 1st and 15th. Looking forward to it?
Most certainly. This is a format I've actually kind of thought about in the past, but never really did anything with, and then you guys just did it, so good job.
It's definitely like at the beginning of the inception, and I was just like, I've always wanted to do this, and Jack's like, I've always wanted to do this, and I've done it a little bit. I'm like, let's do it.
So we did it.
We did it.
And now you're here doing it with us.
Awesome.
So our first game tonight was one that I wanted to select specifically for you because of your multiplayer gameplay. It's called I Will Be Your Eyes. One person can't see anything, and the other one is the describer.
So, all right. So when I first saw the gameplay, I was like, this looks kind of meh. And then the moment you described what it's called and what it does, I'm like, this is amazing. We have actually done things like this before. So we're on 2-person broadcasts where during some Dark Souls streams, they're kind of a still stream. One of the incentives was makes one of us go blindfold. The other person tells the other person to do. So this is, well, yeah. Thanks for content, guys. I appreciate it.
Here's the really weird thing about this game. It's only local co-op, so you only need one game.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is the really interesting thing, though. So when you're playing, right, the other person just closes their eyes. There's nothing else special about it.
Or blindfold, yeah.
blindfolded or anything. Yeah, like versus like say some other co-op games.
You need two
where
copies,
you-
like
where
what was
you
like
need
like
two
Spy Party,
copies and
whatever.
whatnot. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, next game up we have is Stretch Arcade for the PS4.
It's called what? I'm sorry, Stretch Arcade.
Stretch Arcade. It's like from what I understand, it's like a rhythm-based game. Also has a remote play with Vita too, if anyone actually has one of those still.
I have a PSP I use from time to time for some JRPGs.
Man, the PSP was such a great system. It is a great system. It's still probably one of my favorite handhelds.
It's a JRPG system.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame while it had some great support, I wish it had twice the support it did by developers.
Yeah.
It could have went the distance. Maybe. But then it had to compete with the DS, so. Hey, speaking of DS, another Nintendo-like products.
Yep. This is Chameleon on the Switch. It has single and multiplayer
match 4?
gameplay, but kinda. What do you think about
Looks
puzzle
like-
games like these?
I think I got my fill of them when I was younger, like playing like browser games and others. It's hard for me to get into them, so they need like a lot of extra stuff. Like this looks like it has like I guess the term I'd use is waifus, but there needs to be something more to them. Like I can't just do them if they're just like the game. Like it's like if you're just playing like it's hard for me to just play. I know this would be sacrilege. Just playing Tetris by itself is just to me not enough anymore.
What was the game that like started off like the super casual side of like Match 3 that actually had like RPG elements built into it?
Wasn't that Puzzle Quest?
No, not
there's a
Puzzle
bunch
Quest.
of those. Like there's like a Street Fighter one. There's like I think it's like RPG elements built into it, right? There's like a whole bunch of those kind of ones.
Yeah, these are the ones that like from like years and years. Like one of the first after
I'm
like
sure of that.
after we had I don't remember. Bejeweled was the original, and then like Bejeweled got big on Facebook and whatnot, and then like that other one came out. Why can't I remember it? Chat, help!
Chat, while you're helping them, just to note, this is Gemstone Keeper, an interesting one that made it to the Switch with ASCII graphics.
I was gonna say this at first it kind of reminds me of like Adventure, that old school the Rogue or one for the Atari, but then it looks more like a twin stick shooter sort of.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm still curious if chat can figure out that name.
I'm looking through lists now.
I am a big advocate for the old ASCII games. I mean, I played computer games in the 80s, so it was
I was
the
gonna
thing.
say, do you Dwarf Fortress?
I did do Dwarf Fortress, although I played Mario
there you
World,
go.
but I played the original D&D on a floppy disk, which was ASCII. So.
Wait, someone did say Puzzle Quest. It was Puzzle Quest.
That's pretty cool, actually. This is neat.
There's another one later that's pretty cool and keen too. Keep an eye out for it.
All right.
Next is Amazing Brick Breaker, because Brick Breaker.
Yeah, Brick Breakers. Sorry, I'm gonna be that guy. This is the worst genre of video games ever.
It's the what? This is the worst genre of video games ever?
Yeah.
The worst genre of games ever.
Now,
Arcanoid, man. Too many flashbacks of terrible.
So for me, I see this, and I remember going to ice hockey camps back in the day, and the arcade at the one my place I would go to often for these camps was Bust a Move, and I played the absolute shit out of Bust a Move. Like I must have beat the arcade version of that. God.
Bust a Move was
Bust a
amazing.
Move is excellent. Bust a Move is good.
And that's the reason why I played so much, because it's a Bubble Bobble game. I played the hell out of Bubble Bobble when I was a kid as well. So I was like, it's these two little dinosaur guys.
This game, Family Tetris SP. Now, right off the get-go, you're going to be like, okay, this looks very familiar. This looks like...
SP?
Yeah,
You said Tetris SP. You threw me off there.
Yes. Family Tennis SP. Yes. It's basically light anime Mario Tennis. But honestly, I like the older Mario Tennis versus the new one. I don't know. There's something about just the less flashiness of it.
Tennis makes me very angry. I'm never good at either.
Video games?
Both. I'm never good at. I mean, real life. No, I have certain forms of coordination getting the ball and playing tennis to where I want to go is not one of them. And then it just maybe that real life frustration just gives me frustration when it comes to video game Tetris 2. I don't know, but it just makes me angry just to see tennis in any capacity, any form. Despite how cute it is with anime girls. Sorry,
So,
I'm just venting right now.
your feelings about tennis is my feelings about Brick Breaker and Arkham.
Oh, we play Brick Breaker in real life. You're like, oh, I can't do this, so video games suck too.
This is actually a port from Wii, but it's nice
Okay.
that it can still end up coming on over. But that'll be on Switch.
Oh yeah, someone mentioned there was a WiiWare game back in the day. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Truth be told, though, tennis on Switch, man, any 4-player sports on Twitch is a pretty cool call for that system.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Well, there's the last game, and then there's this one that I'm probably going to get my niece and nephews for Christmas.
What the-
Because
Aw.
Because
This-
honestly, look at
This
it.
is like Mario Party. Without the Mario Party or without the Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah, but simultaneously, it actually reminds me a little bit of the Most Extreme Challenge that used to be. This has got some wacky, weird stuff.
hmm I will say I think some of the mini games might have lost like the simplicity that like the Mario Party games have. But it's nice to go and see that like there is other games out there. I know there was one on the original Xbox.
Fusion Frenzy. I was going to say that. Believe me.
Yeah.
I wait.
And I played a crap out of that whenever I went out over to one of my friend's houses, and it was
Multiplayer
fantastic.
Snake. Multiplayer Snake.
That was.
Original Battle Royale.
The gauntlet has been dropped. I respect that.
Mhm.
This is Foxyland, by the way.
Ooh, this is cute.
I like this.
Oh God.
It's like I gotta get their money.
Why is
Not
the
that
evil
one, though.
pooping diamonds and taking fox girls?
Have you ever seen real evil girls in real life? That's why they're so endangered, because people want. I want the diamonds from that or jewel pooping eagle. The foxes are just collateral damage.
But I'm just confused. Either way, this pixel art's beautiful.
This is cute.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, it's nice, simple.
Now, it'll be interesting to see if, obviously the current crop of a lot of side-scrolling pixel art RPGs is they want to make them rough, they want to make them hard. This one looks more collecting-based, perhaps, as opposed it's a little more old school, as opposed to being about giving you hardcore, 2D platform experience.
This reminds me of like Commander Keen a little bit more.
Yeah.
I like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
They had the collecting styles in it too.
I mean, that death is so cute.
Perfect.
Well, the name already has me.
What?
What?
Strike Force Kitty?
Yeah.
Murder
So-
cats.
You
Go on.
know what is funny about this game, and you don't get to
Burger.
see very often? This game is going to launch in 13 different languages for the
Really?
Switch.
Ooh.
You don't get to see that very often. Where
Can the
it's like,
Switch handle that many? Actually, it's probably no voice lines. It's all going to be different translating.
yeah, but it's nice. It's nice to go
That's
see it.
Naruto. That's Naruto. I saw Naruto. All right, that's a Voltron. Not Voltron. Power Ranger.
Hey, I love the fact that they were actually working out in the gym with dumbbells earlier.
That's a Harley Quinn.
This art, I don't know, just seeing it all together. Like, you see bits and parts of like that style of art like everywhere, but seeing it like all in a game, it looks fantastic.
So what do we got
Did I see
after this one?
Discount Bowser?
Morag, what's next?
Discount Bowser? A+.
Discount?
Next up we got is Glyph. This is a VR only game, but the really nifty thing
Ooh.
about this VR game is it is like this kind of you're trying to bounce a ball around, but it's non-linear maps, so you can complete them any way you want, which is really nice. So it is kind of like this half kind of puzzle, half non-linear, do what you want type of world, which is kind of cool.
So if it's playing in VR, how exactly are you controlling the ball?
You need a controller as well too.
Okay.
So I imagine that you're probably, I don't know, when they say controller, I don't know if they're thinking of an actual controller or if they're going to end up using the handhelds properly. I imagine they might end up having a program for both of them, but yeah. It's like
You guys
multiplayer.
do
so-
you. A part of my studio just fell apart. I need to fix that.
Good luck.
All right.
Keep going.
Chat, if you guys could help him by telling him what to do, even though you don't know what he's doing. Just tell him what he needs to do to fix his studio while he's away. He can come back and follow your directions.
It's broken and it needs to get up.
All right, and I will. Here he is in the back. All right, until Brawly gets back, I'll just pretend I'm him. Oh, I'm really cool and I'm Brawly. Ah, it's my birthday.
Feels birthday, man.
Feels birthday, man.
Lost Empire. Wow, Lost Empire 2977. They're trying to go off of the style of, from what I can understand, Mass Effect. So in that style of gameplay, they're over the camera or over the shoulder camera, RPG, and just have a good time with it. Early access for 6 months, and they do have a roadmap till up to June 2 as well.
Okay, very sorry about that.
All right, so chat's asking, did you add more breaker fluid? Did you download more RAM? You need to turn it sideways and also unplug the lamp and tangle the wire through all your cables.
I added tape. No guarantee it's going to work. I'm not saying you have to. If you want to, like, add that, I can give you that video of that thing breaking. I don't know if you want to include that or not, but it was just my face was just like, am I being murdered right now?
Well, here, I mean, looking at the screen, New York Mysteries, The Outbreak, they could... Wait, am I wrong? No, that's this one, right?
Now millions of people are in
okay, I saw people murdered, and I read the note Hidden Objects game.
I was gonna say, no, this is a series that's kind of been around, if I understand correctly, it's been around for a while. It's one of those like super casual ones, but they've kind of stepped up production, and they're actually making them like these really nice point and click with adventure aspect, but still casual-ish, you know?
That's cool.
It's a stuffed casual game, that's all.
All right, that is
sound effects.
I have to say, this is the most not enthusiastic survival people I know. It's like, he's about to bite my arm. I should move.
I don't know how much of that was actually in gameplay or was just pre-made. I don't know.
But next we have is Paint Warfare, another early access game that they're planning to be in early access for a year and a half.
Why?
It currently has 3 whole maps.
So I don't want to like deride, but like I see block art, like, 3D block like this. I wonder how much of, I don't want to say it's asset flipping from like, Unity store, but I'm wary.
All right, so if they are in early access, and speaking from my developer side, there's a chance that this is just them using flip art as temporary assets while they develop their own. That is a point.
That is fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
Because if you look at everything but the tanks, if the tanks are their level of quality they're going for, it feels like the rest is possibly temporary.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much in the same boat. It's tough to say if it is.
This is like really intense music for. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I like the song actually.
Why is the plane like wub-wubbing?
Again, this game is called Paint Warfare, so I don't know if it's supposed to be like a paintball simulator as well too. I have no idea. This trailer's just confusing. I don't know what the hell is happening in it. It's just landscape shot.
Morag, you have to be respectful of all the people that get killed by paint-related murders per year. Brawly, am I right?
So sorry, so much paint. Sorry, I was typing my chat real quick to respond to something, and just so much paint.
One day you would like to be a swinger man. That's right. Basically, people making a swinging through city simulator is what I understand.
Spider-Man, the VR game on rails, kind of. But you get to move the rails. Oh, I like how it actually has the death. It's like you're quick, you're gonna die.
Is this a VR game right here?
Yeah,
this is VR.
Oh, okay, that's actually kind of cool. Frightening, but cool.
I will say, one of my favorite games of all time that people think I'm crazy for is the Attack on Titan tribute game that started a lot of my channel.
Oh, I remember that.
But the thing about it, though, is it's because when you got good at swinging, it felt amazing. So I can totally appreciate this game.
I never got good at that. Ever. I get that. Ever.
But
all night. So it looks like there's like little adventures and trials in this too as well.
I love how the guy is just like, goodbye. I'm bouncing. I'm done.
Actually, I I didn't watch this entire trailer. It's actually pretty cool. Looks like they actually put like some thought into how they actually want to like take gameplay and actually do stuff with it instead of it just being like a simulator.
All right. That said, this would be an incredible one to play with friends.
Yeah, just take turns with it.
Or no, just multiple people going in the same space, seeing what other people are doing.
If that's possible, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say with the announcement of Half-Life Alyx, I'm definitely strongly considering getting VR for myself.
Yeah, I know. They actually, it's like the first VR game that I actually look at. I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
It looks like they're doing the stuff correctly, which like VR should have. And it's funny, they kind of did it with, honestly, with story shooters, and now they're doing it with VR, and I'm happy that they're pushing it that extra distance.
So this game XO, I mean, the trailer was going on in the background. It's actually getting some pretty good mileage on the indie game showcasers on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
So this one may be typically stuff like that is kind of a sleeper hit.
Not for me, but Dag might like it though. So
I know I was a little bit hesitant, even like saying yay to that trailer, but overall, I think it has some meat to it. So who knows?
So,
well, that was also an early access game too. Sorry.
This is Arise, a simple story, and while it can be multiplayer, one of the things that I remember is this is something people have been telling me about for a year or two. So it's got a niche community looking forward to it.
Oh,
its art style.
I just saw. I saw this movie on Netflix the other day. Is this Klaus? This is the story of Christmas. Yep.
It is the story of Santa. Santa was kicked off the sleigh by his reindeer.
Pretty much. Oh, this looks wow.
I want to know how they're going to do multiplayer with this.
More importantly, how's this game going to make me cry?
That's the snow's gone and the flowers are in. That might do it.
But he's old though, so he's dying, or he's getting companions going to die in the end here.
Or maybe he's got dementia and this is his final moments.
Wow, this game's gonna make us cry. Oh, this is the story. Oh, that's right. This is the story of Krampus, not Klaus.
Now, that said, what other people who have been following this game mention is that it's Journey-esque. So maybe it's like that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I never played Journey, but I heard it was multiplayer experience.
All right. Well, it's sad that you know that going into it, because it's kind of. But I would say if you get a chance to, it's on Steam, right? Play Journey. It's like a single stream. It's amazing. Got it. It'll make you just weep tears of like emotions.
Hey, Brawley, can you tip me a penny and then I can say that you sponsored my stream so I could put Journey sponsored by Brawley?
And then the PayPal fees kick in. Oh, wait a second. No. Just use no, I guess you can't use cheers to say you're sponsoring a channel. No,
but that's okay. I've got tech that'll give you a link to my microtransaction version and you'll be fine.
There you go.
There we go. Beautiful. Next game up, Earth Knight. This is a game that actually, if I remember correctly, I think we wanted to showcase it like last show or the show before, but I think it got delayed. But it's just like taking a runner game to like the next level and just craziness of this art. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, I gotta say, in terms of runners, I am like done with. I played a crap ton of Robot Unicorn Attack, and I'm kind of like I just don't interest me anymore. But so runner genre needs to step it up. Wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Holy crap, this is crazy.
The transition is so good.
Wow.
You'll never make it to Earth Knight.
Well,
I like games that showcase the death.
So can we talk about the fact that they're trying to do this on their own, and then
Dag's in this game. Oh, I know Dag was in this game.
There we go. Dag is now in Earth Knight. I want to go tweet that right now.
My co-host in this game. Oh, here we go.
Oh my, that is so him.
Oh, and he's got his sword too. Yeah, that's what Dag's doing on Saturday nights.
Near the end of the show, you just see your ceiling bust in and Dag jump down from above. Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, this transition was so cool looking.
Yeah, that's so good.
By the way,
So cool.
As a reminder, Brawley, there are check marks if you want to remind yourself on the list of what games you like.
I know. I just didn't have that. Oh,
just tell me. I'll click it for you. I'll click Earth Knight for you. Cool.
Is this Halo? Yeah, this one.
It's some Halo, the Master Chief Collection. All of
We're
the
good.
games. They're coming out. They're coming out slowly, and they're coming out. This is what I thought was really cool. They're coming out.
We did Reach
Florida.
on Tuesday, and it was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Spoiler alert, after this, Reach has its own trailer because, well, it's Halo.
Yeah. So what is it? I know with Halo Reach, they have like the base game in there, but all of the Forge stuff, they have a lot of the popular original Forge stuff that's in there, but the actual Forge editor is coming out later, which
Yeah, it's not. They're releasing it all piecemeal, which is cool, I guess, in that you can like buy the if you like. I freaking hate Halo 3 or whatever. They can just not to buy it, so you can just
You rage avoid a game. Screw you! You're not getting my money.
I think Halo Reach by itself is only like $10, whereas the whole collection is 60. Like it's a sweet deal, man. It's a super sweet deal for all of these games and all the content that's going to be in there for $60. Like I know that it's older, but there's a ton of content in there.
I'll say for
Canadian 60 then. My bad.
I'll say for Halo Reach right now, if you're playing it just by yourself online or the single player campaign, do it. If you want to play with someone online in the co-op, wait, because there is, unfortunately at the moment, a little bit of input delay lag for the non-host to how they do it, and it made it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So.
Does it sound like this is an issue they're aware of and fixing?
I believe so. I mean, the Halo subreddit has made it known, and the Halo that subreddit is huge. So, yeah. I would say if you want for that purpose, but the multiplayer, is just fine. I was actually did a bunch of it by myself, and it was just I remember, and it was lovely.
You played on Legendary then?
Yeah, we played Legendary. It was bad. It hurt. I say bad, but yeah, no. But honestly, 4-player wasn't the worst because corpse dragging.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's definitely how I played Halo 2 and Halo 3. Next up we have is Heroes of Avalanche. Avalanche?
Avocado?
Maybe Avocado. Yes.
Avalanche.
Yeah.
You
Early
can kill
access
the
for up to
monsters,
a
though.
year.
Oh.
It's like just shove avocados to them. Hopefully you get one with a big giant pit in it.
This game looks like another game. I never want to say this game looks another game and like it's just a homage ripoff, but like it looks similar to another game that I don't know. I guess I'd call it Diablo. But this has its own art style.
Hey, straight on their page says gameplay is comparable to that of Fate, Diablo, and Torchlight series. So it's definitely they're full on. That's what they're aiming for.
Well, there they go.
The ARPG. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or Better Pants Simulator.
Yeah.
There you go.
There is another ARPG that's going to be coming up later. Spoilers.
Now, if anyone can be a hero at Hero Land, is that a good or bad thing?
If for all heroes, nobody
Well,
is.
it's like My Hero Academia goes and says that everyone can be a hero.
Yeah. Look, it's working out well for them so far in the series.
Actually, I haven't watched the new season yet. I've watched like the first 2 episodes, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait.
That said,
have not partaken yet.
The thing about this game, though, is it's a weird, interesting simulation where you can actually guide the guests through some of the stuff and things. It's kind of quirky.
That's cool.
I'm going to check it out.
The music for that, and maybe for some people out there, the music for that game is made by the composer of the Shin Megami Tensei series. I butchered that 100%. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying.
At least
you know exactly what I'm saying.
Persona?
Not Persona side, the original.
Oh yeah, the original.
This is the new Nancy Drew game, by the way.
Oh.
Midnight in Salem, and this series is just keeps on going.
The international juggernaut that is the Nancy Drew series takes on another media video games. Prepare your bodies.
Like working in retail before doing streaming, like they would come out, I swear, with one of these games every couple months.
Really?
So it's one of those, again, those casual-esque type of games, like point and click style, but using Nancy Drew name. But this one here, they tried to switch it up a little bit, and I guess people are not that happy because they tried to, soup it up a little. But I guess it's 15 hours of just clicking around and trying to solve puzzles, which is your average point and click, but it seems they might not have gotten down the equation properly.
One thing I know is there's actually a sector of the community on Twitch that is Nancy Drew gamers. Like
hardcore
it's a big
gamers.
deal for them. Yeah.
I think it's about time you head back to where
There's one that I know averages about 50 or so viewers and goes up to 500 or 600 when a Nancy Drew game comes out.
Fair enough.
Try and take a guess how many Nancy Drew games there are.
More than I'd like to admit. Is that the correct answer?
Oh my,
Wow. I feel like I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea that there was a Nancy Drew game coming out, let alone a whole entire series of them. But I guess, is this something where there's always been like lower budget ones been coming out for a long time?
I'd 50-ish.
32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and I don't even... That's only going to 2016.
That's
okay. There's another list.
So what, Brawley? It has been the end of part 1 of 4 of the show tonight. What do you think so far?
This was fun. I'm sorry that my studio broke a little bit into that. That was surprising. But I think we bounced back from that though quite well. So other than that, the content was good.
So when we get back, Morag will continue counting Nancy Drew games, and Brawley will find a way of funding him, buying him a new house.
Yep. Well, no, it's just a part of the green screen just broke off. It just, I don't know. It's, well, we have the walls painted, and there's like a wall, there's a window, so we have like this thing covering the window. It just fell off.
Gotcha.
It was surprising because I was expecting it, and I thought I was being murdered. So we're good.
So Morag, just to make sure with the way we're going with this, we're going pause right now. So if people need to do a break, is that the deal?
Sure.
I'm gonna go grab an alcoholic beverage.
Ooh.
I'll be right back.
I'm going to chill here with people. You guys can step away. I'm going up to camera mode. Brawley, are you sticking around or taking a break?
I will take a quick break as well. I'm going to stand up, stretch, put a screen on, then I'll do that stuff. So I'll mute us all up. So I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes. So be right back, guys.
All right. I'm going to...
BRB.
BRB. Hello, people. If you can hear me over in Morag's, hi. If you can hear me over in Brawley's, I don't think so, but hi. And hi, friends over in my channel. How are you all doing tonight? What are you drinking? I'm drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper. So, hi, Hacky Channel. I'm reading all chats, by the way. Hi, Hacky Channel. Hi, s0e13. Hi, Scorian. You're sick? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hot chocolate for you, s0e13. Nice. Badger, I saw you out there earlier, by the way. Good to see you. Yado. And Siri is out there. Thank you for your help, as always. Anrio-san and Rock Demon, good to see you guys. So, there we go. Time to refill your water, as you should. And
I'm back.
That's good. Oh, hello and welcome back. I am looking for the button for the pre-roll ad removal things.
Oh, I actually literally just pressed my button to get rid of pre-rolls for the next 30 minutes.
So I did a very devastating test on my channel that didn't have devastating results, and I'm willing to tell them publicly.
Devastating for devastating?
Yeah, you'll understand when I say it. Hey, Morag, guess what happened to my metrics when I played 3 minutes of ads automatically every 30 minutes?
I don't know.
No one left. Today I learned if so many people sub to your channel and don't see the ads, playing them every 30 minutes aren't really a problem. And the people who do not have the sub said, oh, that's okay, we're supporting your channel. That said, I still feel weird playing ads during the gameplay, but I figured that's what the new technology was to test. That said, it's also cool to do it on the break so that we could do the no pre-rolls. That's always awesome.
Yeah. I got some peach hard iced tea today.
Ooh, that sounds all right. You know how I always smell alcoholic beverages when we're together? I would love to smell that one. Peach always smells great.
I agree. There was actually it was one of like the first liqueurs that I had, like when I was just experimenting like what drinks were and whatnot when I was like early 20s, and I bought like a whole thing of peach schnapps, and I would make a whole jug of iced tea, and then I would leave it at my desk, and then I would just dump in a whole bunch of this peach schnapps into it, and I would just have this jug of alcoholic iced tea next to my desk that I would just drink over like an entire raid. It was not smart.
So the question is, did your performance improve or reduce by the end of the raid? That's the ultimate question.
I don't remember.
Oh, then that tells a story.
I don't remember.
Dude, that tree thing is so awesome. Legit. I'm so happy watching you your tree get played with by your audience.
I can't wait to make it so like the next plan I have is like anytime someone cheers or tips, it will light up random lights on like the constant one, the non-pattern, non-sub one.
Uh-huh.
And then whenever a sub does happen, then it will slowly animate those little dots that will go over the chain then.
That seems like you give me the impression that getting those lights connected to the code is much easier than you expected.
It's way easier. And since everything's in all JavaScript and then looking at a whole bunch of examples of how they got the lights to do stuff, I'm just like, oh, these are just all simple, like I just update it and I loop it and I update it and then loop it. And then it just does what it does. I did find out there's a buffer though, so I can't give too much information to it.
Gotcha.
Because there's one I'm still trying to play around with a rainbow effect. Here, let's go to the rainbow effect here.
Nice.
And it's a little broken because you send so much information to it because you're changing every single LED for X amount of seconds, and you just overload it, and it's a little funky. But yeah, no, it was really good. So Jack, what have you been playing on stream lately?
I've been playing some Phoenix Point. That's been nice. What have I been playing on stream? Let me go to the activity tab in the community because that doesn't feel like where it belongs. Let's see. Oh, that's a lot of 180-second commercial breaks. Phoenix Point, and I played Stonehearth finally for the first time.
Nice.
Wildermyth, which is I played it when it was in alpha, and it just went to Steam, and Wildermyth is one of the games that I keep wanting to go back to because it's such a fascinatingly good concept. It's kind of XCOM, but you're playing through a story of comics based off the characters over the course of their lives. And
oh, damn.
So like when you finish a chapter, it will turn around and say you have earned 11 years of peace. And then the next chapter begins, and they have to go out as an adventuring group, and you go into scenarios like you're at a cave. Here's a shiny jewel. What do you do with it? And if you do A, that jewel could literally rip off a hero's arm and replace it with a giant jeweled creature that now whispers to him and affects future parts of the story. It's really cool.
What game is that?
Wildermyth.
Okay.
It's one of the hidden gems I've found, and it's ridiculously good to stream. You can name all of the characters, off viewers, the whole nine.
Yeah, it's sitting at a 9 out of 10 right now too on Steam. So it is definitely going to be one of those hidden gems, eh?
Yeah, nah, that is by far one of the big ones. The other game that I've been playing off of Tabletop Simulator is I've been playing Gloomhaven with Badger, Freshman, and Gold Dragon.
I played a bit of that when it was a bounty, and that was fun, but that was rough. Like not rough isn't like it was bad, just more so like this is tough as hell. Real tough.
Did you play the equivalent of the tabletop game or the video game rendition?
The video game rendition of it.
Yeah, we're playing the actual tabletop.
Oh yeah, or isn't there like a what do you call it? A module for tabletop simulator?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we are like 20 missions in. We've got people retired and with new characters. Yeah, like it's been a wonderful time. We stream it sometimes on Fridays.
Okay.
So. Nice.
Yeah, just getting like just a small taste of it in the early access version of it. That's hardcore.
It's
the game is hardcore.
That would be a fascinating game to see you and other people on WYK or you on main menu Morag to play, because that would be like a brutal way to get people to play the strategy game without the role playing.
Well, how about there is going to be a type of co-op that's going to be happening. That's on Friday. I'm doing a murder mystery.
Ooh.
With 7 other people from main menu.
Oh, cool.
So why don't you describe? Let's all do show and tell. Morag, tell them more about that.
I'm gonna be. It's gonna be us. 8 of us. We're gonna be jumping from like room to room on Discord. We're all gonna be costumed up a little bit. We're gonna have nifty backgrounds for each room, and it's just like a murder mystery. Go to like in like that someone hosts. We're all gonna have roles, and someone's gonna be the murderer, someone's gonna be the victim, and yeah, you got to figure it out by the end of the night. So that's gonna be pretty good. We did one 2 months ago, went really well, and we're gonna be doing another one again this Friday. It's getting front page too as well. I'm looking forward to it.
That's really cool.
Wait, so
awesome.
Every one of the channels getting front page, or is there a central channel, or
mine is getting front page? Because they asked me if I was doing any Christmas themed stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is my list of stuff. They're like, that sounds cool. We're doing that one. I was like, okay.
That's awesome. Congrats. Now, there's other cool things. Brawley, tell us about the cool things happening in your life.
So right now, so everybody, Halloween typically happens on October, right? October, I guess, but like horror games or something back in the day, I wasn't good with. And it felt kind of gauche to do them during October. So both myself and I, I'd say myself and I, my co-host and I, Dagwood, we said, let's do horror games a different month. And we're trying to figure out which month to do it in. And at the time, we were already doing something really called New Year's Evil, where we would basically stay up all night on New Year's Eve playing a Resident Evil game. And why don't we do all the horror content in December? And we're trying to think of names for it. The name, there is much all right, there is conflict on what the name of this thing is called. I call it a December to Dismember, right? And but unfortunately the word dismember cannot be placed into a stream title. So that has led some rogue elements within our stream, perhaps even my co-host, to say that the title of that month is not a December Dismember, but God, do I have this link right now? Shit. Give me a second.
Scared
I don't have
Dismember.
Well, okay. So, Scared December, not Scared of December, like you're working with the D, like Scared December. But or perhaps it can be called a December in which your levels of fear may or not be may increase due to emotional response to the audiovisual stimulus provided on your screen, combined with additional commentary that main fact cause a frighten. So that could be the title as well. So
you know what you need to do? You need to have one of your
shirt?
friends with the ability to speak real fast, create a soundbite for you, and you just put a button to play it.
Yeah, it just rolls off the tongue, yeah. And so I was gonna say, so in the previous years when we weren't full time, we just did like kind of like a 4-hour stream at night. Like all those streams were just like horror month. Now that we're full time, we basically make sure there's at least one block of content per day where we're doing horror stuff. The flow is real well. And then I'll caps out at the end of the month with the New Year's Evil, where we also do the Xbox box giveaway. Xbox box does not include an Xbox, just it's just an Xbox box, where we basically put in all of our extra swag throughout the year and saying, here's a Xbox box full of junk. Enjoy. And people...
Oh my God, I should give away a box of garbage as a giveaway. That would be amazing.
I definitely know some other streamers that would do that monthly, and I'm just like,
Xbox box giveaways, nice.
Not like just like this is like random stuff around the house giveaways.
Oh
and
yeah,
then they would name it something else, and I'm just like, you're just giving away stuff that you would have thrown out. I guess you're just moving it to another country for its landfill. I don't maybe.
Like as someone in the industry, you end up with a lot of Funko Pops. Okay, you gotta give them somehow.
That's those things are. Oh, there's those things. I have a friend that keeps asking.
They just keep coming back.
I have a friend that literally has 15 or 20 Funko Pops on their Christmas list. And I'm like,
Hey,
okay,
people
I'll
who
buy
like
you the
'em.
one that is not $500.
I have a friend whose sister likes him so much he has tattoos of Funko Pops. I'm like, well,
Yeah,
okay.
You know what? I can't argue with
It's
that.
all right.
I've seen some wicked tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a person who sent in fan art of Brawley, have you ever seen or played Ghost 1.0, one of the games that I helped develop?
Ghost One. I've not actually.
Okay, I'm in the game. My likeness is in the game. And I actually have a DM from a few months ago of someone who loved the snarky attitude of my character so much, they tattooed me on the back of their right upper leg.
Holy shit!
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm just sitting here like, oh
Like,
god,
go, honey, no.
I'm not retweeting that because you can see butt cheek. And
not. Wait. So, follow up. Butt cheek of the character? Like, is your
no,
character
like
naked?
of their
or of the
body.
person?
My character
Okay.
in the game is on the back of their right leg, about 2 inches below butt cheek.
Oh, somewhere. Lerda was played Ghost 1 the other day, actually.
Yeah, the Jacker is based off me. So, yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic game, is what people said. So, Morag, you've got your personal team doing the I'm having a mind blank on the words.
We're doing our we're doing nipple
Murder
clamp.
mystery. Murder mystery.
The murder,
yes,
murder
yes.
mystery, and then we're doing a random game or Christmas Secret Santa as well too, where we gift each other really shitty games. And they have to play it for at least. They have to play it for X amount of time. Too, as well.
Oh shit, that's a good idea. I'm not gonna lie. I want to steal that.
Do it, steal it, run with it, use it. It's fantastic. It's awesome.
Oh man.
And let's see. And Brawley, you've got a December in which your levels of fear may or may not increase due to your emotional response to an audiovisual stimulus provided to your screen, provided to you the additional commentary that may in fact cause a sprain. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Good.
Yes.
It flows.
Morag,
Well
your
done.
face was beautiful with that, by the way.
It was more so. Does he reading that off, or did he actually remember that entire thing?
No,
Or is he
I read
making
it off. No one
You
would
told
remember
me-
that name. It's
you know what?
horrible, but it's great.
It's horrible.
Like, I
we should-
adore it. It is so long. It reminds me of Jade's emote, teen hypothetical question.
Or like, I was thinking, it kind of reminds me of what was it? Was it not Tori Amos? Who was that one artist like that? That one CD was called "Won the Pawn," and then the entire front of the album is just the title, which is like this long ass like poem or quote. Who was that? Oh my god. I don't remember. Anyway. Fiona Apple, thank you, Thoth. Yes.
All right.
Feeling like a criminal.
Okay, should we get on to the next part?
Yeah, I was just
Yes.
clicking back to the beginning so that we could get all there.
Okay.
Get the videos on. And I should probably / marker so that K-Drac knows where to do the cut. So, anything you need
I'm
to
ready.
say before we go into the next cut?
I want to see some more trailers.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Hopefully my broom won't break. That's cool.
And
Yeah.
Morag, I think after this one we should, if for the little time we have, let's let Brawley talk a little bit about his channel and stuff for the YouTube video. I think that's what we'll ask this time, or do you got a better question? Like donut preference?
Yeah. Donut preference.
All right,
got that
yeah,
answer.
screw that. We're gonna ask your favorite donut.
I got that answer locked and loaded right now. You want now or
No,
later?
when we do
towards the end of
when we do the
All right.
segment.
All right. Good. All right. Cool.
Cool. Morag, I love you. All right. I'm ready to hit play. Morag, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Music's off. Cool. Uh-oh. Come on. Go back to 0. There.
Donuts are really good. What's your favorite donut?
Bavarian cream because Boston creams are bullshit.
You
know what? I respect.
No.
I like any donut because I'm diabetic, and anytime I taste them, it's like a slice of heaven.
Oh yeah, that goes to the answer should have been yes, but no, I just don't like like Boston cream. That cream is just unfortunate. Bavarian cream is this perfect, like, just it's
Have
just good.
Have you ever been
Then
to
it's apple
Bavaria?
fritters.
I mean, no.
Well,
So I
then,
can't. Well, I can't.
one day you can
never got it fresh from the source.
Yeah, I myself wish I could suckle upon the glorious teats of the Bavarian cow too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, cream from its source. Huh?
Welcome to part
This
2
is
of the
not-
show, by the way. We should say
I
that.
love you,
This is content.
no matter what.
Life is Strange 2 Episode 5 was fantastic.
Can we just say spoiler alert for the people that might want to?
I don't know. I don't know what this is from.
Okay,
It's just it's
I'm gonna
from the show.
pause.
It's all good.
I'm gonna
Well, no,
pause
it's-
right
it's-
there
No,
for
no,
this.
it's a game. It's a game. We can just keep
Where's
going.
Alex?
Don't worry.
Okay.
Where's Chloe?
It's a game.
That's-
Good. This is number 2. It's in
I
the
know,
same
but
universe.
where's Alex and Chloe?
It's from the same universe.
Oh.
And there are. I'm not gonna say anything past that. It's from
My
the same universe.
favorite character is the rock or the bush behind him.
So I did play a little bit of. I think there was a demo before the second season came out, so I know it doesn't. Alex and Chloe aren't in it, so I know it's about different characters. Max and Chloe. My mistake. Max and Chloe.
Not Captain Strange, or what was it? Captain Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's also in the same universe. It's such a good tie-in too. It's such a good tie-in. You need to play it. It's so good.
Speaking of so
good.
good, this game is so good. Oh, Phoenix Point is so good.
I'm probably be playing this at some point this week.
It is for the people who love XCOM. It's XCOM with it plays completely differently, even though it's the same mechanic or same system. Instead of using percentiles, it uses scopes to actually judge where you're going to make your shots, and also cover is literally just what deflects your bullets. So you have weird situations where you don't have to lean against a rock. If you're 5 squares behind, if that rock blocks a bullet, it blocks a bullet. So it's
neat.
And it also utilizes a targeting system, much like VATS from Fallout.
Interesting. That kind of reminds me a little bit like Valkyrie Chronicles, where someone's like behind a rock. If you can't literally aim at their body, then that's it. Just can't aim at their body.
Very relatable. What is this, Morag?
This is more Phoenix Point.
Another game that you can aim at people's bodies with a VR controller and become the best person on the seas with it's Pirates on Deck VR.
So is this the new Sea of Thieves DLC?
Microsoft really put it ahead of themselves this time.
Yeah.
I love when K-Drek voted for this. He's like, dude, you can shoot tentacles with a gun. Shut up, it's my vote. That said, the music's got me sold.
This is cute.
I was like, it's just another shooter VR game. It's themed, sure, but it's gotta have some, you know?
Doesn't really feel like it really extends the what you can do with VR. All right.
Yeah,
fair enough.
It's no Half-Life Alyx.
Well, I mean, that hasn't come out yet, but hopefully that's good.
So, yeah, this game.
Roller play.
Another
Early
runner.
access.
3 runner. Oh.
But
What is
It's
happening?
more than a runner.
it has Gandalf. Now, you know,
I like.
And
The
real
voice
boot
acting.
physics.
so my big
Oh
thing
god,
is
there is Jiggle.
I can't unsee it all of a sudden. My problem
can't
is
unsee it now.
these poor people running these trains literally are running them into walls. If you sit down and think about it.
You can make your own course. That's kind of cool.
What was the one game or one movie that was all about just living on a train? You know, they built it to
Snowpiercer?
run in, yeah, they just built it to run into stuff. That's their whole task, you know?
That's it as a VR looking game. Okay, that was
Yep. Well,
Oh, that's what K-Drag meant by those nipples can cut ice.
Well, I'll be
Okay.
buying this.
Good job.
For
Thank you,
reasons.
K-Drag.
For reasons.
Roller play. All right.
Links are in the chat there.
This is Together Island. Early access for 12 months. Currently a single player experience. We'll have multiplayer later.
Mm-hmm.
But this is I don't know. I'm always down with any game that involves multiple people like building together, especially since that was first pitched by StarCraft or Stardew Valley when it was in Kickstarter.
That's what this is. This is right here. This would be like
I
a
think
builder.
it's going to be one of those. I may be wrong.
I feel like it's gonna be more survival based.
Survival. Okay.
Yeah, so more Minecraft, like top-down, Minecraft-esque.
Like, don't starve.
You'll see when the gameplay pops up here in a second.
All right.
But yeah.
Oh, look, robot
it's
slavery.
gonna be a mix of a couple different genres, I feel.
Greetings, player. Welcome to my humble residence. My name is Stunning Lang, but you can call me Dr. T.
He's dabbing.
He is totally dabbing.
The administrator.
So can we be honest? I don't feel comfortable that someone else is Mr. T's brother or doctor.
So
He
here,
needs something cool.
in my islands, you will be tested. Take notice of your surroundings, be alert, and always strategize.
I'm cool with
If you
water
don't,
physics. I
I
also
can assure
wish
you
the Reading
your
looked a little
will
bit
be
more
a short
like
one.
Hypo.
Oh.
It definitely doesn't feel polished, but hey, that's why it's early access, right?
That's very true.
You can hope that early access games will get polished past its base mechanics.
All right, so let's talk about the way games do early access right. Is when they have impressions like we're saying in the beginning, and you look at them at the end and see something drastically different when you could see the care they went into, that is when you see the good stories about EA, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they go in with polished base mechanics, and then they expand upon the gameplay. That's to me what good early access titles are. When it goes in with what looks like possibly an asset flip or like beta assets, and then they improve upon it later, I'm just like, that's not the best first impression.
Mm-hmm.
IMO. But I get from a development standpoint, sure.
Sometimes you can only do certain things, you know?
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about streaming early access games versus full release games generally? Do you typically feel that you have a same experience or a harder experience?
I always feel like we've done a lot of early access games on stream. You get to the point where like, all right, I don't want to do anymore because I don't want to get bored with this gameplay loop for release. Like for example, like Raft was a really cool game, early access. Like we played for 2 days and there's still a little more to do. Like, you know what? I don't want to touch anymore because if I do more, I'm just gonna get bored of this. And once they actually full release, I'll be like, I've done it. I've done it already. So that's the one for me is one bad thing about early access. If you go hard into an early one and then you just don't care about it when it actually comes out, you know?
Don't Starve was that way for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like it was one of the first, but like I don't know. As long as it works really well for roguelites or roguelites.
Oh yeah.
Because you can always end up you always get to expand upon your experience. But for other games that are like story based and whatnot, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to do it.
For me at least, I actually set myself to almost a hard limit of I attempt 4 hours for an early access game unless I adore it.
Renovations are a nightmare.
Ooh!
Spill paint everywhere.
So first off, Taco Bell says Slay the Spire was the early access game we played the fuck out of. We still play the fuck out of.
True.
Yeah.
But okay, this game right here, Dag and I literally played this like when it came out a couple days ago. This is pretty cute, very fun. So it was a sponsored stream, but this was really fun though. It's basically Overcooked, but instead of making food, you're renovating an apartment. I liked it a lot. The only thing I would caution against it, if you're looking to get as like a multiplayer game, I think it only has local co-op, but maybe with the Steam version you can do that remote play.
Yeah.
But more so, the content is a little lacking. I feel a little lacking.
And this is a full release too.
Yes.
All the consoles with PC.
Yep.
Before time's up.
Do we know if they're going to end up having expanded content post-launch?
I do not know off the top of my head. I know Dag's watching right now. He might have more information about that.
Gotcha. This is Door in the Woods. I love ASCII games, and I love this aesthetic.
3D ASCII in this regard.
Oh wow.
Like,
But I like that it has like the aspect of like turn-based, like Dungeons of Dreadmore style, but all top down, and it just looks really cool. And I love like zombie. Look at it. It's like the blood and guts is the name zombie splattered all over the ground in ASCII, which is just really cool.
This is interesting.
You know, since it comes out, or it's already out as a full release, it looks like you could play this month.
Yeah, this is kind of meant to be kind of horror, like horror-y.
It's survive the zombie circumstance.
Circumstance.
I always say circumstance because you never know how these games turn out, you know?
Floor's open.
I love the little shockwave of sound, too.
Yeah, they do just a great job of just... You can see everything in 3D properly, too, as well, which is really nice.
Yeah, Thoth in our chat mentions I'm not at all into aesthetic, but I give him credit for actually doing something interesting with the ASCII visual style. This is actually pretty kind of cool. I just was that. I know that word. That's a Cthulhu word there. I just saw. That was a Cthulhu word.
Is he gonna live? Is he gonna make it out? Equipping a gun. Okay, I thought that said unshoot. I was like, what? Unshoot? I would like to unshoot this move, please.
It reminds me of what will possibly be the playstyle of Project Zomboid. So.
It's a nifty little one. Suicide. Is that gonna happen at the end there? Whoop.
Yes, it said suicide.
Oh no. What do we got here? This is a complete opposite from Door of the Woods. This is Dream Detective.
So this game is what I like to call art assets.
Now, there was two different trailers for this. One was extremely stylized, but this one had, I think is what has gameplay in it.
Gameplay.
Which has very much more like I think acts like a hidden adventure or hidden object game in such a crazy universe. There's so many little assets that you're just like, what the heck? But I guess there's an editing mode and everything, and I'm not sure exactly past that. It's definitely something I want to know a little bit more about, though.
Gotcha.
Well, is this StarCraft Ghost?
Hey, you know what? I'm down for StarCraft Ghost.
You can't say those cursed words here.
You can say it always. It will be alive in my heart. And by the way, it's not officially canceled. Just saying. Even to this day.
We got Everreach, Project Eden. Story is from one of the main writers, or one of the writers, sorry. One of the writers from the Mass Effect trilogy, the original one.
It's like, what's his name? Drew Capishan or something?
Michelle... I'm not gonna say the second name.
I'm gonna say Chloe, and if it's wrong, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chloe too, but yeah. So yeah, I know on the Steam page they've been live streaming it. It actually looks a lot better than the trailer.
Okay.
That gives it credit to be.
Okay.
I'll say that character design is 100% Nova from StarCraft.
Yeah, it totally 100%. Is. Do you play StarCraft still?
Dag will play more than I will. It's hard. I love player versus player, but for some reason, playing RTSs in a PvP setting gives me extreme anxiety.
I got
Okay, what the hell is this?
This is Punch.
Punch?
So
punch and throw.
Now, the thing that's crazy though is it's still sticking front page lists on Steam because of its free-to-play nature, but people are that have played it have told me the controls are surprisingly responsive.
These strong men are.
It's just 1v1, beat the crap out of each other.
The throwing of rocks is amazing looking.
Punch.
Honestly, I could see great content on this on Twitch. Even for an hour.
Surprisingly, not shit.
if Twitch ever does another one of those, what is it? Twitch All-Star type stuff at PAX, that will probably be one of the games. The salt cup, I forget what it was.
Oh, Firecrow says, and I give him permission to use my likeness. Firecrow
will play. This is a game. Wait.
One got skipped, I think.
What?
I don't know. Anyway, there was Alien Isolation. It didn't. Maybe the trailer got removed. Who knows? But anyway, regardless, we got Boiling Steel though.
This looks like VR.
VR early access for 3 months, about 4 hours of gameplay currently.
Okay.
I like the edgy little "I'm gonna kill you" robot motion.
I want to know how this actually plays VR wise though, because it looks like you got the full movement, right?
Yeah, and how do you
finger? Sorry.
So, I have very limited experience with like playing VR games, like the ones that are shooters, and what I've done has been even. I played, what was it? Oh God, this was, I forget what it's called. Anyway, when you just see it but don't actually ever done it, it doesn't feel like it'd be that good. But the moment you're in the moment and you're like, you have full range of movement to like avoid being shot, it just takes it to a whole new level. And I am down for any of that kind of stuff, honestly.
This is Counterterrorism Agency. It was started on Kickstarter, and it's basically what you'd expect. It's it has some interesting stories following the dialogues and such about circumstances and what you would do if you had to fight terrorism.
So is it supposed to be just full on just comms to goal, or is this going to be more of like a commentary on how our country deals with these kind of like situations?
It's
probably a mix of everything.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, games are usually heavily inspired by circumstance, and we're in a circumstance where this is relevant since 9/11, and everything escalating since.
Yeah.
So it seems very busy for me though, in terms of what's happening.
Kind of looks like you ever played, was it Phantom Doctrine? The non-XCOM sections. Yeah. Where you send people on missions and all that.
Yeah, that was about that game. I mean, it was fun for certain points, but that part I felt they could have taken it another step further. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Depending on how well you can manage, like, America, like your hub or base, whatever, this could be actually very interesting. If it's about managing resources and maybe it was about like trying to find so recently Dag and I played Return to the Obra Dinn, where the gameplay was just you finding out information and then the gameplay, I don't know, it was so different because you couldn't brute force the puzzles and the inferences how to do puzzles. If do that with some kind of base building, that'd be interesting.
Agreed. And by the way, good reference on Obra Dinn, one of the best games of the past decade.
Next,
really good. Is this what?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Did we just get an ad within an ad? No.
Damn it. Bad trailer.
Bad trailer.
Not from the source. It's all good.
I have never played Darksiders.
I love the first. The second was weird. The third was good.
I've not played any of them. Oh, this is the new Darksiders?
Yeah.
So, Darksiders Genesis. I don't have much to say other than it's fun to watch.
Is this the iOS game?
Yeah, no.
No?
No? Did you say iOS or isometric?
Yeah. No, iOS.
No? Not that I know of. Is there a Darksiders mobile game?
I could have. All right, maybe I'm getting some things misconstrued. I thought there was
So
maybe I guess this was announced around the same time that that Blizzard announced their Diablo Immortals game. So maybe around there.
So for people who don't know, people reference Darksiders as a more action-oriented game in the Dark Souls, Devil May Cry genres. This one's more ARPG and multiplayer.
Okay, I was thinking iOS. I was thinking Stadia. And I thought it was a Stadia only game, but it's not everything else. So you have to play on Stadia, thankfully.
Yeah, it looks like there's a rip-off Darksiders game on mobile too as well called Inception.
Oh. Wait.
So who knows? I wonder when that's going to get hit by DMC. But anyway. Next game though.
Is this Behemoth game?
No,
it is not Behemoth.
Well, Morag, what did you find out about Retime? Because this is one you put on the list.
Honestly, I put it on here because when I opened up Steam, it was being advertised. I'm just like, hey, this looks pretty cool. And it's a multiplayer game, online or offline multiplayer.
That's cool.
Because like
Oh,
when
it's
it
a
comes down to like some good old multiplayer games, like some of like the Towerfall is still probably one of my favorite ones to play with friends, and I just haven't really found anything as good as that.
Have you seen Ultimate Chicken Horse?
Yeah, it's not the same type of game though. Like that's definitely like I'm looking for more of like this fast-paced style,
Actiony,
like Duck Game.
You know, okay.
Duck Game is too quick, maybe.
I'll say on brand.
Feels a little random sometimes, but yeah.
Peggy 7.
Uncontrollable. Uncontrollable, I think, is a better word for that.
Fair enough.
That's a good one to say. Ylands? Ylands? Yans.
I can go Ylands. Ylands.
Why? Raleigh, why?
I don't know why. We'll learn, maybe.
So this is also one of those other games that doesn't, like, I was trying to find some good information for it, but I guess there's ways to script in the game too as well, and there's an actual full level editor, and I don't know if that means you can make your own stuff, because it didn't really explain it very well, so I didn't 100% understand it.
Oh,
Gotcha.
the graphics remind me of, that's something Dagwo and I played recently. It was a co-op turn-based RPG on a hexadecimal. Oh, what was that game called?
For the King,
For the King.
which is a phenomenal game.
That game is brutal.
Yeah,
That game
looks
is
like it.
freaking brutal.
Matthew, myself, and K-Drac completed the main campaign after a month and a half of shows.
So Dag and I couldn't beat that one, and then my wife and I played it off stream, and it was such like I feel like we almost like lost our marriage because of it. It was because we got so irritated towards the end. It's so bullshitty, but it's fun. But man, it was intense. It was like building IKEA furniture together. It got rough.
That said, this game looks like it's got a ridiculous amount of variety.
Different stuff. Yeah.
I don't know if this gameplay or if this is just like a pre-made thing. Yeah.
It looks like, I think like the scripting editing stuff was like you can then share your levels with other people as well too.
That's cool.
So I'm wondering, they didn't show any coding, but when they said visual scripting, I don't know if that meant a type of coding.
That visual
So,
scripting
I don't know.
is typically the WYSIWYG, where you use the blocks, like the
Code,
robot.
like the
Yeah, that's typically where that reference is. I'm not saying it applies to them.
Yeah. I definitely would want to know more though.
Defenders of Ekron Definitive Edition. Oh, we love our definitive editions on this show.
This is for the Switch.
What was the first one that came out?
I don't know.
This is the definitive edition.
All right, so this looks cool, but like, I don't know, maybe I'm just showing my age. When I see these kind of graphics, I prefer them to be like not sprites, but like, I don't know. I wish they were more sprite-like. Does that make sense? This looks like a Flash game you see on Newgrounds. I don't mean it in a bad way though. I don't know how to describe without sounding like an asshole though.
No. Do you know the only reason that you'd say that in my
There we go.
Hey, there you go.
Ooh. Yes, that's what I want. I prefer this aesthetically versus.
There we go.
You're looking for a very particular art style that you're accustomed and used to versus something else that you've seen somewhere else and now you equate it to that.
So, what I have found discussing this with other game devs is it is simply the acceleration and deceleration of the turns and the manipulation of what you're rotating that typically gives you that Newgrounds feel. It's a really interesting thing. When you watch your trailers or your games, you may be able to not unsee it from now on when I say that. Because I can't.
Next up we have is Don't Die Minerva, made from Xaviant. You might know Xaviant from their games such as Culling and Culling 2.
Oh,
and now they're
really?
making from what looks like a roguelike style.
So wait, this is the Culling 3 right here?
So it's very much it'll be interesting to see what they do with this, because that's very much a big flip from what they have been doing in the past.
Gotcha. So that's Don't Die Xaviant. Gotcha.
Oh boy.
Oh, Minerva. I'm sorry, Minerva.
Minerva, yeah, by Xaviant.
Somewhere Farrington just got hard.
Oh, he does like his Euro Truck Simulator. This is the expansion, Road to Black Sea. Morag, you did the research on it. There's something about the size of that and such. What did you see?
10,000 kilometers of roads to drive on. Good luck. Have fun.
can't. I cannot.
Hey man, they're expanding into the southeastern side of Europe. Expanding to the world. Can't wait for World Truck Simulator. You know, where you start going across the oceans. You get on those.
Just drive.
You know, or
Tubes.
Euro Truck Simulator is gonna latch with latch off with North American Truck Simulator, and then you're gonna have Pacific Ocean Simulator and Atlantic Ocean Simulator, and then everything just combines together.
And then eventually the DLC Atlantia Simulator, Truck Simulator.
Well, I say what's going to be for the ocean sections. You drive a truck onto a barge, and you just sit there and wait. And you just like sit in the break room and wait.
It's Desert Bus, the barge.
For 2 weeks. Just wait.
We'll see you in part 3. Oh man.
I'm good to go right to the next one.
I need to hit the bathroom real quick, and that'll be good for that.
Okay.
So I'll be back in a moment. You guys just say weird stuff.
Shooting the shoots.
The truck simulator. There are certain genres that I know aren't for me, and I can understand. I just can't understand any appeal to that at all. Like none. Like I know we talked earlier. Like I'm not a fan of racing games. That like takes this step even further. Even though I mentioned I do enjoy like driving like in GTA. Just something about your truck is just.
I know that you said that you didn't like the true driving simulators like Gran Turismo and those ones and like I throw those in like with like the trucking simulators too, because it's just too real. It's like I can get how some people can enjoy them, because some people will do different stuff for their enjoyment, their peace, what brings them to zen, what relaxes them.
Yeah.
And you know what? Driving trucks is some people's zen. There's going to be people that will say, hey, let's go out on the car and just drive around town.
Hit the open road.
You're happy, man. That makes you happy. There's nothing wrong with that. It's expensive, but hey, why not? Burning some gas.
Pretty much.
But yeah, actually, Andrew brings up a good point. Finally, it combines with Elite Dangerous for space trucking.
See, that's the thing though. Like, I don't know. It's weird because like I look at your truck and go, or truck sim, I go, no way. Or like, what's the train one? Train simulator. But yet I can see myself just flying Elite Dangerous, saying, yeah.
So
yeah.
The only quick input I have before we start in the next section is a fascinating discourse between developers about the idea of what makes grind good. Because what some people love about Euro Truck Simulator, other people love about Stardew Valley. So it's how do you do that? And when you take it a step further for specifically content creation, it just creates a wonderful ability for talkers to talk.
I have relevance for that. Recently, myself and Dag, with a lot of our community's been playing a mobile gacha game called Epic 7. And how all those games get kind of grindy. For me, what I really enjoy with the game is that obviously there's waifus to collect and all that, and there's the combat's pretty fun. It's sort of Pokemon-esque, but anyway, but more so there's the aspect of building your characters, right? And what I like about that is, when you're looking to say, all right, I have goals in mind. I want to work on this character. I want to get this. I want to get this type of gear. I want to grind this currency. How do I do that in an efficient manner? I can hit all these check marks at the same time, and then just that. Getting that efficiency down is like, yes, I'm being efficient right now. For some reason that for me is then like when it's the same thing. It's just the same thing as like someone driving in Euro Truck. So I really can't complain really. So I'm sure there's people who go, why would you grind it in a gacha game? That's my zen. I just find it very, very soothing to just be efficient. It's like I'm just giving middle finger of the game, saying, haha, this is supposed to take a long time. I find a way for it not to take long.
It's when grind works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm ready.
It's like I'm ready whenever too as well.
Yeah. You finish your phrase though. I want to hear what you say before we go. Brawly.
You can't hear the sound effect, but I'm gonna do a. There's a.
I bet there's an echo behind that, wasn't there?
No, it was the do from Sandstorm and Chocobo Warp at the same time.
Morag, you hit play or I'll get it back to 0. Morag, you hit play when it's good for you.
Okay, doggy. Oh, I gotta get to the right scene here real quick. Okay.
Oh, and Firecrow mentioned that he played Don't Die with Nervous. That was actually fun. Cool.
Ooh,
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, going.
And then I said, never go in that direction again. Ha ha ha. Bad start.
Ha ha. Ha ha.
Ha
Ha ha. Joke that was cut off by the format of the show.
ha. Did it never actually hit play?
It's not going. I think you gotta do it. You hit play.
I'll hit play. I'm sorry.
hit
Everything's
play.
broken. Everything's on fire. Okay? I'm going to hit play. I hit play. Everything's
And
trying to
hit
get this
play.
part.
Woo!
Everything's starting. This part is on fire. Everything's fine. Broly, I'm sorry you have to get a new house after the back. Your studio destroyed itself or something earlier.
It's just a little bit of the window covering just decided to just jump off the wall. I don't know. Yeah.
Window covering on the wall?
So we are in the basement, and but it's a basement, like, you know. So there's those little like small windows, and but the wall itself is painted, but there's a window there. So we basically have like a block with cardboard that's also painted the same color, blocking the window. But we're looking to do no paint on it, and so that thing was removed. So the block wasn't in the cardboard, so it's just cardboard like basically affixed to the wall and just jumped off.
Nice.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes to all of
A
that.
little behind the scenes.
Streamer problems.
Yeah.
Did it pause?
Welcome,
there we
Parsley.
go. Woo!
Are
On
we-
to the next trailer.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember this game. Did
Wait,
they
I
do
thought
an
there-
expansion for
I thought
Kerbal
there
Space
might be a
Program?
sequel to this.
This is the second expansion, I think,
Yeah.
for Kerbal Space Program Breaking Ground.
Well, didn't they announce a sequel to this actually?
I think so.
Kerbal Space Program 2 was announced, and they're still making content for this too.
That's cool. This is a game where I really appreciate it, but are there games where you play on your own? I can't stream because I would just my brain would explode trying to both make the game work and do it well, and also trying to make it entertaining at all. You know,
This,
I just
the streams I have watched have involved an actual NASA engineer playing this game, which was fascinating. And also a person who took every piece of advice from the audience, and it was gloriously a train wreck.
Oh,
That doesn't sound like that would be a good experience for the streamer. But hey, you make the best of what you got,
It was. He laughed at everything. He's like, "Sure, I'll do
That's
that." That was the main phrase.
right?
This game has a ludicrous amount of marketing in the emails right now.
I
Like the art so far?
My emails yet.
In terms of like the public, not the targeted ones, interrogation, you will be deceived. I have received 6 different emails from 6 different sources about it. And it's
I'm gonna check my emails. How many PR emails did I get?
So I get a lot. So, but I mean, we all do. So this is they actually hearken this to an approach like Papers, Please, where you are to interrogate people to try and figure out a mystery, and by the end of the game, whatever choices you do creates an ending, apparently, that that allows it all to play out, much like Papers, Please.
Is there an LA Noire style X'd out button where your character just flips the fuck out for no reason?
I hope so. That's a great idea.
Next up we got is Mist Hunter.
So
It's a stunt
Okay.
trailer at the
I was like,
beginning.
we're waiting for the gameplay. Like, what is this?
that is a good point. Get to
And the
the
moment it
point
happens-
with your trailer.
Like, and all of a sudden, okay, I get it now.
Early access for 12 months. It has a demo that you can go and grab too as well. It's a roguelike, and endless modes are currently going to be in that version.
Kind of reminds me of like an arena shooter like Quake or Tournament.
Yeah.
At least the gameplay.
Or,
but I'm sure like it'll so you go into an area, kill things, get upgrades.
Mm-hmm. Like
Seems
a
like
horde shooter. Actually, like when it comes down to like horde shooters, some of the first ones I played was like Unreal Tournament 2K4 when they had the modded servers.
Oh,
where you could go in and like kill stuff, level up, put new stats in, and then just keep doing that over and over. That was fantastic. Cool. That was way back. That was like 15 years ago.
So
One
old.
of the things I like about this is their use of neon glow, because then you can identify exactly where things are based off the non-glowy background. It's a cool idea.
Next mode, maze.
They've got multiple modes, by the way, it seems. We just picked one.
So
Blops.
This game had a trailer back at E3, and the game's finally coming out. The other trailer wasn't entertaining, but
Okay.
Like none of them show actual gameplay, which is kind of dumb. Actually, I'd say this is closer to the actual gameplay of the game. Not lying. Where it's a very, very atmospheric, like running the life of one of these people in this society. So, if you're into atmospheric games, this is something that you should definitely go and check out.
This one's been recommended to me by multiple people.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, this is definitely gonna be on my list of stuff I want to check out.
Okay. Kind of reminds me of the same vein as, like, maybe not gameplay wise, but like Inside or Limbo.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's see if that turns out to be the case.
The camera work is even better than those games.
So this is a game we've covered before. I know that, but it's finally coming to the Switch, which is honestly the system it should have went to at the beginning. It just looks very Switch awesome. It's called Mustache Amigos, and it's basically a crazy racing game, is what I get the impression of.
Oh. Well, that's cute.
So, I don't know. I like the monkey.
Okay, I see it now. So, hopefully they'll have to be online multiplayer for this, because local, unless they're split, might be difficult to pull off.
I think the PC version has online multiplayer.
Okay.
That's the Switch version.
The funny thing is that if that 3D kind of isometric top down for it actually kind of reminds you of Rock'n'Roll Racing a bit.
Gotcha.
Back in the day.
Morag, have you played or have you really checked this game out yet?
This game's fantastic. I played this with Casper on stream, and it's just what you see there. You both boot it up. You say, I'm player A, this person's player B. Your screen will have similar puzzles, but very different, and you have to talk and actually sort them out together.
Oh.
So
it's fantastic. It was a fun experience.
Oh.
This entire genre and concept is amazing.
Yeah. I wish more games were like this.
I am looking for stuff that would work. Sorry. Yes, like this sounds like it'd be great for. Oh, Kat, how you doing? How you doing, Kat? This is Sylvie. She's on her bunch of chat right now.
It is on PC already. This is the Switch port.
But yeah,
if you buy a copy, do you get 2 copies?
I don't remember, but if I remember correctly, the devs are super receptive.
I will say this much: these type of games are some of the best streamer experiences I've seen and heard people have.
Okay. This looks like this. More reasons to hate Dad. Got it. I like it.
There's also another game in the same genre, which is a series of games called We Were Here, We Were Here 2, We Were Here 3.
Yeah. I think we showcased that a new one last show or the show before. I forget. Yeah.
End of October, I think.
Yeah. Next game is Exodum.
Have you ever wanted to leave?
This looks pretty. So this looks pretty at first, then not so much.
I just look at it as it's like a different, like, wow, look at that. Forget what I was going to say. It was a bad joke anyway.
Get some
Fair enough.
No.
I will say the music's a banger.
Little dreamlight.
Puzzle. I'm down with basic puzzles.
You choose between forgiveness or revenge.
What would you choose?
I guess depends on what I'm forgiving and what I'm revenging.
I'd definitely find out if there's apples involved or any other types of fruit.
I'm gonna say normally if I was me, I would do forgiveness. If I'm on stream, I'd be pressured into revenge.
Are you saying that your community is a bad influence on you?
No, I'm saying my community would like to see the thing I wouldn't do.
The Twitch chat is all about the revenge. Like you ask them in a game, guys, should I do the good thing or clear the bad thing? They always do the bad thing. They're bad people.
They don't get to do it in real life, so why not make you do it?
It's a fantasy.
Cut.
It's a fetish? No, fantasy. Fantasy, the other F word.
I said fantasy, but that's okay. Maybe a fetish.
So that reminds me of Undertale. You do the genocide route so they don't have to.
Oh my god, I still haven't done that.
I don't want to kill people. You do it for me. We got Floaty Fighters.
Ooh.
First game self-published, so it's their first take on a game. Go at it.
Is this kind of like what you were looking before? You mentioned you were looking for some multiplayer or action-based games.
Honestly, this looks cute.
Yeah. And it's wholesome.
Whoa. What is this trailer, though?
You know
so we're
what,
talking
though?
4 players
Kudos
here.
to them. They're actually doing a good job of cuts and showcasing.
So 4-player bullet hell? Huh.
That's what I'm seeing too. I was like, okay, why did I just open up my Steam interface? But no, it's in-game.
Oh, they are. Yeah, like Steam Remote Play is like, yeah, now we don't have to invest into actually putting the system in.
Wait a second. Does Steam have voice chat?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yeah, no, you can make voice channels and stuff.
I had no idea Steam was that far already. Jeez.
Yeah, it's. My kids have been using it for 3 or 4 years. Okay, so there's an old game that came out that was called Reigns, and it started the card genre after Tinder. And this is called Little Dungeon Stories, where you are using the left to deny, right to take to go through the entire story.
Interesting.
Wait, two things there. Number one, did you just compare this to Tinder? And number two, was that the potion sound from Diablo 2?
Yes.
I think yes to both
Tinder,
of those.
swipe right to yes, swipe left to no.
Well, I think that maybe not Tinder, but more so like how you hold a phone. It was with that idea designed, and then it kind of like came into a space where it's on PC. Reigns is still fun though.
I will have to say, as a man who literally was married before Tinder was created, I may be naive.
I don't know. I was just thinking, it's like Tinder. Oh, would you like to date this stick? Yes, I would like to date you. Would you like to date this stick that's on fire? Oh, hell yes, super like.
That's
lit. If the options are that or a desiccated corpse, I will choose the stick.
Next up, Nostos.
All right.
I'm gonna say the last thing at the very end here. What do you guys think of this?
Crying simulator. I look forward to crying.
I know that animal with the big eyes has seen some shit, and it's beautiful.
I like the designs, the characters.
It's very pretty. It's very interesting, right? It looks like it could have some real depth to it, right?
I feel like you're leading us right now, and you're going to say something that completely deflates everything.
Go ahead.
It's sitting at 24%, mostly negative right now.
Oh.
I was hoping. Oh, it's not. Oh no, it went up to 33. It went up a little.
Okay.
Well, that maybe it's just maybe it's artistically good, but just perhaps kind of janky.
Yeah, I guess the VR just does not work. It's not.
That's a VR game.
There is some VR in it, yeah.
I did not get that as a VR game.
Let's get down there.
So
but yeah, I definitely something I want to check out though a little bit more in the future.
Robot.
This is Space Pioneer.
First up,
it looks like Shuffle and Shoot Simulator.
Robot, make yourself useful, will you? Go check the perimeter.
Wait. Did he just not say, Robot, you don't have feelings? And he's like, and then the robot's just like, I'm doing that my part.
You can still feel useful.
He just called him useless.
That's not Patrick Warburton, is it?
Time for some cultural exchange.
Oh my God, this sounds so America. America.
Nah, that was not Patrick Warburton. No way.
Up to 4 players, and there's 3 classes currently right now.
You know what this game reminds me of a little bit? It's a game that Jade played and Badger kept on saying, I can't remember the name of it, but it was phenomenal. Badger will probably say it in the chat. It's you run around with 4 people and it's just a crazy chaos fighting the bugs game, and it's amazing.
Oh, that looks pretty cool. All right.
Get it
I
now.
like that. But
Or on the Switch.
Helldivers, yes. Helldivers.
Oh yeah, it's
Helldivers was amazing.
oh.
You like that Two Worlds?
I mean, I know what Two Worlds implies, but
What are you
is this an
talking about?
expansion?
What's this trailer?
I don't
No
know.
audio.
Is this trailer broken? This trailer is broken.
Much like Two Worlds.
I was thinking it's like, wait a second, my mouse isn't on the screen. Wait a second, that's not the normal bar.
Okay.
Oh, I
I'm
thought for
going
a second
to say
I was
this game comes out and
Wow.
we're just going to quality jump forward. And I don't know why
Okay,
this
it's
trailer.
It's a standalone DLC of Shattered Embrace. So if you want to play Two Worlds and just jump into story right away, this might be something for you, because I know Two Worlds is pretty
So,
jank.
just so we're clear, the trailer showed the play video, like a mouse moving, and like
Someone just recorded a screen. That's all, and we're playing that.
That's a
as we're
shame.
recording. Rip.
Nah, it's just. All right, here's what I do want to say about this. My happiest moment is if you want to check out, is what Morag said, and that's when the kobold like rat thing like swayed his hand to get in the portal. I'm like, oh, that was well timed. It's the little
Okay.
things.
And this was a nice trailer too. This, like, honestly, but like I said, like, I know my experience of Two Worlds was not the best.
Chad, can we press F to pay respects to this trailer?
there's no audio, right?
Yeah, there's no audio.
There's no
Okay.
audio.
This was
There should
a,
be.
this is a technical issue. That's okay. It's
Yeah.
it's like we're professionals.
actually, Oh,
I
remember
that the
I wanna
animations
say about
aren't
this now.
that bad though, considering
I
other
won't-
games I've seen.
Yeah. It's kind of like the idea of like Shenmue. Shenmue 3 came out. It still held its very original, its own idea of what art is and should end up being, right? Some people say, oh, you're not pushing the series forward. You're not doing anything that is now and whatnot. And I think this game is the exact same way. They found an art style. They found an animation. They found something that works for them. And then they created story within it. And I think that is fine. As long as you can like stick to your guns and actually do something well with it, go for it. Do it. It's gonna suck when people are gonna judge the shit out of it and say that's a shit game because of what it looks like, but
then
Yeah.
there's the people who appreciated the original content that you're making it for. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Can you make enough money to justify if you're just playing to your strengths? Oh, is this is it Ashen?
Yes.
It
this
is
is
Ashen.
Ashen. It has a PC release now.
I thought it already was on PC.
Or is this maybe?
This DLC maybe?
Or maybe it got done with its Epic exclusives.
Oh yeah, maybe it's on PC now, or I mean it's on Steam now.
it's on Steam.
Because this is so our stream we really enjoy our Dark Souls style games, and this is a Dark Souls co-op game, so perfect.
Yes,
it's
it
moving over from the
does.
Epic Game Store.
This is one of the first. We have hit the time period where the first Epic exclusives are starting to fade. That's what this is, because Ashen was one of their first.
Yeah.
So
There's another game that's coming up that was an Epic game too as well.
So this is the time period all of the Steam lovers have been waiting for. It has begun.
All of the Epic game haters, your time is here. You don't get to bitch about Epic. You don't get to bitch about Epic anymore. You get to play your games you want. You better
We're
go
gonna see a
buy.
trailer for Metro Exodus soon.
Yep. By the way, this is one of my favorite trailers of the show for some reason. This is called Gaijin Charenji 1 Kiss or Kill.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks like your sperm trying to survive the uterus.
But listen to this music and this gameplay.
There's so much different gameplay. You need the controller, and quote from their stages or from their pages, you have the choice. You choose your way, love or war. It's otherwise one of these games where you gotta choose. Jesus. And we're done. Just like that.
What happened?
It's out.
You see what I mean by you don't know what to expect, but you do want to know more? Like, Brawly, your face right now says everything.
I appreciate the attempt to make stylized trailers. That takes effort and money.
So,
Sometimes.
Hey, you like music?
I would say, oh, does this sound
like
like any
music.
type of like knockoff Pixar CGI movie trailer music?
so
I know that is highly
Yes.
cynical and derived.
I love how Morag's prepping the best segue possible to Brawly.
Sorry.
So,
No, that was more than fine. Honestly, I was stumbling at making sure I was going to say the name right, and I'm just like, nah, I'll just keep laughing. It's good.
well, let me butcher it for you. This is a Vicky or a Vishy
Yeah, there we go.
a Fishy in Vector.
This is your if you strain this, your bit rate will die. No, honestly, this looks pretty cool. I deride the music. That was
Yeah. Thumper. Thumper is the game that killed your bit rate.
That's true.
Ooh, Shovel Knight. I saw Yacht Games there.
Heck yeah. So Shovel Knight's bringing out 2 new games. This is going to be one of 2 of them, but it's already part of your Treasure Trove DLC if you bought that already.
Oh, cool.
Jack, you also said that they renamed the base game, right?
It sounds like it, because it used to be called Shovel Knight. Now it's called Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope.
Yeah, so they're kind of rebranding a whole bunch of their stuff as they're coming out with more DLC, which I think it's fair because realistically, all of these are very individual games, and it's using the same engine, it's using some of the same assets and whatnot. But there's so many unique aspects in some of these games too that just make it like it's a standalone. So they're trying to make everything look like hey, if you don't like this gameplay, go play this one. Or you can buy the whole collection, which is pretty much the base DLC that you would have ended up buying.
We've only played the first one back in the day when it came out. I haven't touched any of the DLC since it came out. I feel like if I were to do that, that'd be like just a Shovel Knight week, essentially. Just
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Yep.
The next game that comes out is one you may want to consider for your channel or your group games. So a little bit of spoiler for people out there.
You mean the other Shovel Knight game?
That's correct.
Yes, that one we'll be seeing that one later, but soon. Yeah, they're transitioning Shovel Knight into an Umber brand that can have multiple genres, a la Mario. Heck yeah! See, I'm down with that. That's more than fun.
The Shovel Knight universe.
So another game that also was in that epic game
Hades.
We got Hades finally coming over to Steam, but still continuing its early access approach as well too.
I love Supergiant games, but I didn't even know Hades existed until like recently because of its epic status.
Do you know the biggest problem Epic has for us creators? They don't have a coming soon section yet.
Wasn't planning on it.
And that's the thing, like there's no way to easily see what's actually happening on Epic in a simple table form. At least not, and people haven't made a resource online for it that I can see.
Man,
I've definitely played Bastion.
I'm so happy that Supergiant just keeps pushing their art style forward every game they come out with.
Agreed. It's not
I
only that,
it's Pyre.
like the art style is like great, but it's the animations that get me that feel right.
Well, the music too.
Agreed on the music.
Yeah, I still need to play Pyre because like I love Bastion and Transistor is low key one of my favorite games. It's so cool.
Pyre?
And
Pyre was good.
yeah.
It's I only played through it once because you have to play through it multiple times to get like the full story, but even getting like that first loop was just like, this is I like what they're doing with this.
How many hours of gameplay would you say Pyre is at full experience? Do you know?
I have no idea. I think the one loop was 6-ish hours.
Okay.
And I think you have to loop it like 6 times, 5 times. And I don't know if it gets quicker or if other stuff ends up changing while you do it. But yeah.
Nice. Anyway, respect to Supergiant Games. Love what they got going. And I hope Hades on Steam goes incredible. Speaking of interesting games that have cult followings and companies, let's check out Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek, which is
this is the tiny build right here.
Yep. This is the prequel to the game.
This was announced a year ago, and I completely forgot about it. And this was the trailer. This was the trailer from a year ago.
I haven't played Hello Neighbor, but I've seen aesthetic of it. I know what it's for. And knowing what I know of Hello Neighbor, this being a prequel does not make sense to me.
Well, this is where, okay, so the base game, which was released in stages, which was really confusing at times, was, you know, you're trying to get into your neighbor's house and trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And then last month, they released their prop hunt style game, which I guess was supposed to be after. And then this one, which feels very much the story of why you had to do the stuff or what happened to the neighbor and why he's so creepy in the second one. And this talks about, from what it looks like, his kids and him as a family man, possibly. And I think this is supposed to be what Hello Neighbor originally was. I think this is what it's been building up to. Everything else just feels like prototypes.
So yeah, no, like in the beginning of this game, the neighbor seems like a good, genuine person. And by the end, it's what he becomes in the next game. What is this game?
This is not
the trailer. Why is this the wrong trailer?
This is not the right trailer for the right game.
Why is this link? Because this is the trailer I put in. I'm so confused. We're going to throw this trailer in later. I will find it.
I saw a T-Rex. So you're making a park?
No.
You're stick. Whoa.
No, I will fix this.
This is not. This is not even the right gameplay.
No, not at all. What has happened?
There's a hot dog man.
I don't care.
Dead.
Make fun of this in the meantime.
I don't even know what even is this. This is Zookeeper Steam game trailer. Just Zookeeper. No, we're looking for something better.
No, we're looking for something.
The accelerated.
This is an affront to humanity compared to the stuff we are going to show you. Brawly, we are pulling this show over, and we are going to turn this ship around.
Are you gonna pistol up aim on his shenanigans?
I don't. I have to find this right now. I'm doing it live.
Are you putting it on the like list? Like,
I am going to literally inject it in the list in a moment. And why is it? Okay.
Let's see here. I'm gonna see if I can find. Did you? Oh no. My goodness, there is nothing. Is this one of the ones we would have had to upload? Oh no.
All right. How are we gonna do this?
So as a heads up, we have to upload some of the trailers because they just don't come out. Some devs are, and they don't put their stuff on YouTube, and it's really unfortunate. And we play everything through a playlist and whatnot. And it's like, because we want to give some of these companies some good exposure, because there's some freaking hilarious.
I honestly think a lot of us would not have never seen these trailers, regardless, except for the show. So that's a good thing.
So, and this is a big thing for our research team. Shout out to them. I know Jack does a ton of it. We have a couple other volunteers as well too that end up helping out a tremendous amount to try and get all the stuff kind of in one nice organized place. But ever so often, there's hiccups.
Well, it's a lot of work.
There's a lot of work. Yeah. I know it's not a bad thing. But hiccups, they happen because we're all human.
Sometimes someone drops the ball and then has to get the belt. That's how it is.
Yep. I am finding one on NDDB, but it is not a YouTube version, and that is unfortunate.
You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We are going to put this into part 3, and you guys will have to accept the fact that I am winging this live while doing the show, uploading to YouTube, and injecting it into the list.
Okay, we'll put that right next. Okay, so let's move on to the next trailer. Then.
Let's go on. By the way, this is Zookeeper. It's something with a T-Rex. Next.
I don't know what that T-Rex.
Somewhere Goobers is getting ready for this.
Oh yeah, not just Goobers. Do you know the first role-playing game I ever played at the age of 7 was Mech Warrior with my brothers?
Ooh, was it? Nice.
Yes. I played an archer. I bombarded people and got headshots accidentally when I rolled 2 6-sided dice to boxcars. 4 or 5 mercenaries.
These graphics look really nice.
I have not. I've always wanted to play a mech game, but I feel that most mech games just get so overly complicated for no reason.
Yes, that's the point. Shut up.
And
If you're not balancing your mech's weight distribution, energy output, heat output, heat sinks and trajectories, and
we live
your axles.
We live in a world where A, we can mine up all of this shit and actually, manufacture it to do this, but B, we don't have a computer that's smart enough to do all of that shit for us. Is that what you're saying?
Look, you want to drive a mech or not? You want to drive a mech or not, all right?
That's why I always find, like, I love, like, the space, like, actual, like, space games where the ship always, like, automates and like, does all the stuff for you, minus, you fluctuate some power if you want to make some areas better. I think that's smart. But when you gotta micromanage the shit out of some stuff, that just goes to show that, holy shit, they put all their funding in the weirdest spots in that civilization. Like, really? You're gonna trust a pilot to just micromanage the shit of this? Like,
So
this
no,
multi-million-dollar thing?
You are a mercenary, and it's the equivalent of your car. That's kind of like someone tricking out what's in their engine of their vehicle. And you know what?
Oh,
it's literally mech games are like people who make PoE builds. There, I dropped it.
It's kind of the disconnect of different, like, story elements. So we played Dead Space like once a year on our channel because of, like, it was the first game we ever played, and we always comment how the fact that, all right, in the Dead Space universe, they crack planets open to harvest resources, but at the same time, you as an individual can basically manipulate 0-point energy and gravity infinitely. Why do we need to destroy planets if we can just do that? Like, whoa, I can just hold this thing in space time forever right now. Why do we need to destroy a planet to harvest resources? Sorry for fuel and shit.
It's video game logic. We don't get to understand it. That's all,
I totally get it. All right.
Oh, man.
I am almost done uploading. I'm just saying, this is a passion I need to finish.
No, like, it's funny because I gave Jack some flack for this because we had it in the special section. I'm like, Jack, this isn't a special trailer. This is prime show stuff.
Oh.
So it bridges that area of, is it special? Is it not? Because I went and gave it the reference to, say, Punch. Would Punch not be a special trailer then? It has its uniqueness.
Yeah.
But, and then you
buy right now. I bet you.
So then we have this next game, which it's worth watching. It was probably one of my favorite trailers to going through this. So to see that, heart just drops down. I was like, no, what is this? It isn't right. Anyway, so
like, not to the point that if you're comparing, like, the tweaking in these games versus like My Summer Car, oh man,
oh my god,
yeah, it's not, like I said, I thought when I was go back and play some Armored Core, they're like, oh man, I remember this game being so hardcore with, like, the stats. Nah, it's not that bad. I guess it depends on which mech game you're playing, because some of them are just full on anime. Like, what's what came off the Switch, Deus Ex Machina?
Yeah,
like, that one was just full anime.
Well, like, one of the first ones that I really enjoyed was originally for PS2. Zone of the Enders. Oh my goodness, Zone of the Enders.
I love you.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, Zone of the Enders, so
that is
good.
Such a good game, and it got a remaster. That's important to note.
The cockpits, the literal cockpits.
Yes, part of them had cockpits. You're right.
Yeah.
Is there a play on words I'm missing here on the word cock?
Yeah, they put their cockpits between the legs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We played that.
Say cock on stream.
No, like, literally, like, the vestibule, the area where the pilots go. It's literally in this pod that's between the robot's legs. It's the cockpit. Cockpit.
This is such a great conversation to stall while I get Zookeeper Simulator.
Oh, I was gonna say a crotch rocket, but I was also gonna say a cock rocket, but you put it between your legs then, right?
Cock rock. Man, that makes a new term to rock and roll.
The crotch pit. Oh my goodness.
Guys, are you glad you are watching this live so that you can hear us say whatever the hell falls out of our mouth?
Because this part doesn't make it to YouTube.
No, not at all.
Oh, it doesn't?
Well, I mean, we could actually cut it out to, like, eventually exploit well, we could talk about supporter content one day. Be like, yeah, if you want to pay X dollars a month, you could talk about us, hear us talking about cock rocks and rolls.
That's a business model that would be on different websites. Just saying.
Let's get our OnlyFans going. Let's go. Anyway, where are we at here?
I am almost done with the adaptation.
Am I reading this right? Phallus crevice?
Crevasse.
Crevasse.
You say it the French way.
I must go into my phallus crevasse.
Crevasse.
Do you say target or target?
God, whenever someone's a target, I want to punch him in the throat.
Target locked. Target locked.
So your neck can't see either.
Missiles.
We'll break your larynx if you say Tarjay.
Brawley, please tell us how you really feel. I really would
Stay
like
on.
to know.
No, it also could be I had a ex-girlfriend who I did not break up well with, who called it Tarjay. So just anything she did is just amplified my hatred. So
I have good news. I have actually done all the work to download the video from Steam and upload it into YouTube, and I'm getting it into the list right now.
Doing it live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
I will say this may be just a little bit more on the stressful side for me than the average situation. But it's fine. I'll pop back here, see if the things are happening. All right, and it's going to be a while to drag it up the list all the way.
Hey, at least now it's only the last quarter.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
Could be
it's a
so
modern,
much worse.
a modern problem. Could we just I don't sound like a dick, but you could give us a link. We all could just press play at the same time.
Yeah, we could have, but then if you think on YouTube, it would have been. It's better for us just to.
I see. Oh, you're putting it in the third section. I see what you're saying.
The final section.
Yeah.
Now, for people here who are live in Brawley's channel, we should probably talk about the special trailers because we haven't talked about them yet.
There's been hints about them.
So, Brawley, what has Morag told you about the special trailers?
I might not have told him about it.
I'm gonna feel like a dick if I say I don't recall that at all, and he's like, I totally told him about it, but I don't think he did.
He just said he didn't. Oh, this is going to be amazing.
It's on purpose, man. It's on purpose.
Okay. So
this is the first I'm hearing about it.
I think we should say it now, because as a thank you to all the viewers watching live. After the final section exits and we figure out where we're going to do the viewers with, the hosts and or raids, then we have our final section called the special trailers that we don't bring to YouTube because we're scared to put it on YouTube.
Some of them can be, yeah.
These are, when you look over possibly 100, 200, 400 trailers, these are the special ones.
The spicy ones?
Oh, spicy is one word.
So I think I got a hint of this because I asked some people if we were going to put the succubus trailer on it, knowing that no, we would not. That could not possibly go on Twitch. But then he mentioned something, I think, very briefly about special trailers that But
it was just a quick little there's some spots for it. Don't worry about it though.
Yeah.
By the way, chat, if you want to see the most edgelordy game that's ever going to be released ever, with that might not be the worst game ever, but also super shitty, look up on YouTube a game called Succubus and make sure your parents aren't there, your children aren't there, your spouse isn't there, because it's not a porn game, but there's hardcore sex in it. So yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say then you should just go straight to hentai shooter or hentai sniper. You missed that one on the last show, Jack.
Sniper?
Yeah, I'm feeling bad. That is the first hentai game that made into the special section. Did you know that I actually have a hentai counter when I research games to figure out how many games involve the word hentai in their title every episode?
Sorry, hentai sniper Middle East. Full title.
Yeah.
Best name of the game.
My record, by the way, is 71.
Jesus.
Yuck. Yeah, there's definitely when I was doing the last show, I was going through, and I'm just like, there's like the times that like you read the title, and you're just like, is this a risk click?
No, this is Bad News Bears right here.
Yeah, it was to a point where like I discovered like maybe a year ago, you do not do Keymailer on stream anymore. You cannot look at Keymailer on stream anymore because they just throw everything on there, thumbnails and all.
That's kind of like every time, like if I'm doing a game where I'm like, oh, I want to take some time to mod this game. Let's make sure I'm not logged in to the Nexus while I look for mods because it's all sex mods. Or I guess it might be a setting in there, but like I've not looked at that setting. But not to make sure I'm not logged in for it when looking for mods.
Are you saying that you have saved some of those mods on your logged in profile, and that's why they pop up?
No. I'm saying that, like, for example, if you're logged into a profile and you didn't change any of your settings, you go to like Skyrim mods. Most of the top mods are all like one for your companions that they can do stuff.
Companions do stuff. It sounds like you're very adept into this. Please continue. I must know more.
My hands are the rabbit hole with Dragon Age. Okay, I know all the mods for Dragon Age.
Dragons too. Dragon companions?
No, Dragon Age. Dragon Age Origins.
Okay, I thought we were just talking about the age of the dragons.
Prolific modding community where you can do anything you want that game. A lot of plot mods. Yes,
lots of plot mods.
Oh yeah. Oh god, there's probably a bad dragon mod for that. 100%.
Shout out to the person that bought me a mug from that site that now hides in my room. They shipped it to me, and the logo and everything. I'm like, I'm not showing that on stream. I'm not even talking about that on stream.
A funny story about that. Prior to going full time in my previous job, I had a coworker who he was very open about his preferences, and he was a furry and all that, and it was fine. But like, he came into work with like his bag. It said it was a bad dragon like bag, right? And I look and I go, bad dragon, huh? And his fucking like blood drains from his face because I'm sure he never expected anybody to know what it was. I'm like, bad dragon, huh? He goes, yeah. I'm like, cool.
That's one of those things where if people know what you're talking about, it's almost terrifying enough to know that they know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
you just give it. It's like, but at that point, you'd think that if you're gonna walk around with that you're just advertising it, and that you won't actually, be worried about it. Instead, you'd be like, you know about that? Hey, can I show you my collection?
So there is.
Why don't you bring over some Natty Ice and a GameCube, and I'll show you my collection. Let's go.
Oh god!
In my case, there's an anime that I adore that's kind of the same way, where if people have seen it, they're like, oh god, but at the same time they adore it. So whenever you say phrases, what was that?
Nope. Nothing.
No. I just if you know what it is, I'll just say life is study, and that's all I need to say.
Yes, it's so good. I love it.
And if anyone knows that series, it's one of those you will adore it, but man, it's an experience showing people it for the first time.
Oh my god, the freaking swimming episode!
or showing people the first episode of Elfen Lied. Or Lied, or whatever it's called.
So if anyone doesn't know where that quote from, it's an experience to watch that series, and I'm sorry and not sorry. And if you know it, you get it.
That was one of my first animes I ever watched.
So
some people are chatting.
On VHS.
Morag, I got a shirt to show you later. Anyway, I think we're good to go. I do want to say there is one trailer right off the bat that is going to be the one we're jumping into because it needs to be there. But the second one is Zookeeper Simulator now. So we'll get that reorganized and such in the documents after the show. And Brawly, like, sincerely, we can say this after the show, but I want to say it now. Thank you for coming tonight. It's been absolutely wonderful to hang with you.
This is good. Like I said, this is a format that I really enjoy. And thank you guys for putting it together. I'll just say for all the people out here right now, like the amount of work. Like, so when you do a show on Twitch, there's an amount of work you put into it. And if you're doing a show that's going to involve streamers that like maybe stream other streamers, especially ones that you don't normally work with that often, so you have to bring them in for like a one-time thing, that's it. It can be tough because sometimes, you never know, like if you ever know, like you worked well together, but we Jack, myself, and OverG and Morag, we've done Twitch for a long fucking time, so we're kind of like that old guard. But the whole point is that like they put a lot of effort in this to like basically prepare the guest to a level I've never seen before on other like shows on Twitch, where a stream brings another viewer on there. Like just it's good. So no, this is good. It's good. That's all I gotta say. It's good.
It's good. Good is good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I really appreciate it. It's extremely professional. May not seem it, but extremely professional. And it's super appreciated. So thank you guys.
I'm just gonna throw this. So there we go.
Yeah. Oh no. They bought me Bad Dragon mugs. Mugs.
Mugs.
I know that's
actually someone.
I got one. It's hiding behind the monitor.
Someone did buy my co-host Dag a Bad Dragon mug as well. So I don't know why. Maybe it was the same person.
Maybe the world will never go. No, I'm good.
We good?
No, I'm not.
Good?
Now I'm good.
Okay.
I'm setting it back to 0.
Okay. My audio's down. I'm to the proper scene. I'm good.
All right. Here. Before I hit play, I'd also like to say kumquat. I don't know why. 3.
You just
2,
want to say cum.
I wanted to say quat.
Sounds.
Is that even a word? If it is, I'm sorry.
Quat. It's like
squat.
The cum quat? Cum squat?
What? Say cum some more, please. Is it recording right now?
No, it's not, but we should be.
Let's go.
All right, TGTS can include that. I'm clicking play. And yeah, as you can tell, that's just a little clip of what happens when you're here live for the show.
Hilarious anecdote, Jack.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right now.
Kumquat is the fruit I've never tasted, but it's fun to say. And we're also in part 4 of the Game Trailer Show. Here with tehMorag and Brawly from OverBoredGaming.
That's like disintegrating rogue save files? Oh no. 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 Sorry. That I just got some hot sweats right there.
Also,
welcome to
if you watched part 3, there was something about a zookeeper T-Rex thing. We got the real trailer on number 2.
It's the second one? Okay, just making sure. I want to make sure I get the stuff ready for chat here.
Yeah.
But first, also hinted from number 3, this next trailer is the next Shovel Knight game. That's also part of that other DLC as well, too. Look at that. Yacht game. Clot. Yup.
A yacht the game.
Everything is kumquats.
It's the yacht clot game.
Quat, shot.
I don't know anymore.
Shovel Knight Showdown.
Oh.
And again,
Shovel Knight like Smash Bros?
Yep. I guess. But again, like if you already have the Treasure Trove DLC, you get it for free again. Well, you paid for it, but it's part of the DLC package.
If you paid for it, you get it for free.
Yeah, you just had to wait for it, you know?
I mean, that's how like these companies want you to feel. You pay for it, but you're getting it for free.
Oh, Kickstarter. You're helping support the development, and we will give you this game for your support. Thank you
Twitch
for
Prime
funding us.
subs are free.
Yay! You can sub to your favorite streamer for free if you buy our Twitch Prime. You get free shipping if you buy Twitch Prime. Wait, what?
Yeah,
it's all free. Free.
I'd say something, but you've said it better than I could. My love is not free. There, that's my
marketing.
So
there we go. Sub to the channel if you want some.
Sub to the channel if you want Jack's monetary love back.
Oh.
In fact, that's right. Sub to Brawly and Morag, and I'll still love you. And here is Zookeeper Simulator.
This is already better.
This is it.
Brawly, just share your first impression.
It is not how they do their job. This is definitely not how they do their job.
Have you been a professional zookeeper in the past?
I guess I haven't, so I really can't. Okay. They definitely don't let the monkeys be zookeepers, okay?
So, yeah, it's multiplayer and the animals try to kill you.
It's animal versus zookeepers. This music though, man.
I see in the bottom left there is a gauge for taser.
Oh my God, there is a taser. I never saw that.
Wait, the fish get. Wait, did the monkey? Okay.
Monkey with a knife.
I love she walks away.
This looks sufficiently shitty
This
for like probably a couple hours of entertainment, and then you just get a lobotomy afterwards.
that poor camel. So do you know how Morag got me to take this out of specials? He just said, dude,
Awesome.
goat simulator. And I'm like, oh,
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is the two simplest words he's ever won a subject with.
I was gonna say
me.
it does remind me of Goat Simulator, yeah.
I think that's exactly what they're trying to aim for, even just by putting the word simulator in it. Except I don't know if did Goat Simulator ever have a multiplayer? I think they kind of did.
I believe it did, yeah.
I don't think it was that great.
I mean, you don't need to qualify it was that great when it comes to anything Goat Simulator.
That said,
None of it was
I think
that
game
great.
would be amazing for content.
Yeah, I think that will be some good stuff. Okay, this is actually probably actually it's funny that both these trailers went back to back because I think this might be my favorite trailer of the show, just for a trailer aspects. Gameplay, I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. It's a 5v1 what is it called, Jack?
Dead by Daylight clone.
Asymmetric.
Asymmetric.
Asymmetric. Yeah, asymmetric gameplay. But it's just a good trailer.
Last year. Is this the Discord
right.
game?
A what game?
Is this the game that was on Discord?
I don't know. But let me tell you, you're right. They sync everything to the sound.
Oh, I get chills too. It's just it's a good trailer.
Yeah, this game was a Discord release only.
Really?
And yes.
Which means
like remember when Discord they
fine.
had to put on Steam.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to like deride it, but maybe it just didn't do well because it was on Discord and people were gonna buy games off of Discord.
Again, could have just been an exclusive, just like the Epic games. Now they're just expanding their platforms.
That's
Them
sad.
exclusivities, man.
I'm interested.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Survivors
Mash.
can respawn. Oh wow, it's very different.
So the sections where you look like you were the spider definitely reminded me of Natural Selection.
Yeah. And very extreme change.
Yeah. Do you like conspiracies? Because this one's wait, did I read that wrong? No, I totally read that wrong. This is Warp Through.
Do you like conspiracies? Do you like political thrillers? Then let me tell you about Warp Through. This may appear to be a platformer where you have to bolt your way through experiences. Believe me, though, there's intrigue. Yes, there might be some Smash Brothers set content, but also intrigue.
Intrigue.
So Warp Through is going to only be a 1 to 2 hour game. So it's a little bit of a shorter. There's actually a story to it too, oddly enough. But yeah, that's what they're aiming for.
He came to invade Earth.
Hey, do you like conspiracies?
Is this it?
No, it's not actually.
From what I understand of this, a virus comes to Earth and then infects you, and then your body is trying to fight it.
Is that it? I thought it was aliens attack the Earth, but you're playing a virus trying to kill the alien to protect Earth? Is what I read, maybe? Maybe.
Microbes. I thought it was like maybe I guess double invasion works that way too. They invade you, so you invade them.
Yeah.
Double invasion.
Pirates of the Pancreas.
We were talking about cockpits before this show off of this, and maybe this is the cockpit game. Command and army.
You know what it reminds?
Do you want to go to the
me
bone zone?
What does it remind you of?
Chips Challenge.
Oh, you're right.
But like with an actual story. But it has like the voice clips, like good old banjos, like womp 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 womp. Or I guess more attuned to yeah. But
shame that I'm clicking an interest in this game.
I'm definitely clicking interest on that one.
I am not, but I am glad you two are.
We're gonna come back to you and be like, remember that double invasion conspiracy game? You're gonna be like, yeah. I'm gonna be like, mistakes were made.
Chip Challenge had a story? Are you serious? What?
What?
I'm still confused about Chip Challenge having a story. Unless you're talking about the
circuit.
Wait, does that say Mario?
Mario? Oh, the Toad racing game.
That's
what?
right.
And this music. I want to crank it.
Yep, I forgot. Yeah, this is the Toyo game of the episode. So have you ever played a Toyo game? A Toho game? Toho? Raleigh?
I have not played it. I know of them, but I've never played them though.
They have such the most interesting approaches of how can we put magical girls in a genre.
I was gonna so I don't like racing games except when the racing game brings something different to the table. This is brings something different to the table.
Come on, instead of mechanical beasts, you're riding magical waifus.
Right.
It's kind of the same thing, right?
And it's a drifter.
Yes, you get to drift the magic waifu of your choice.
And not only that, if you get bored of that, you can swap places mid-race.
Please don't say the phrase swap places.
Swap places mid-race with your favorite waifu. You can do what they were doing. This is that type of relationship.
I don't hate this.
There it happens. Yeah.
Oh, nice. It's basically Double Dash. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd be kind of cool if there's actual stats for different racers. So you choose two. One might be more offensive, one might be more racing style. And there's an actual mechanic maybe that you can't swap X amount of times, or you have to stay as that one X amount of time. I think this could be a really cool mechanic. If that's how it plays out, I don't know.
If it does, that would be phenomenal. Or it should be stolen. And I think
Nintendo... And now Nintendo has their next idea. There we go, Nintendo. Do it. Actually make it so that you swap with your cars.
You know, every time I see a Toho game, it makes me want to actually look into the lore behind the characters.
Like, Toho games are pretty cool. They're ridiculous, and their lore is intense.
All right, so do you like
conspiracies? There we go. Yes, I do. Tell me more.
Because this is Ghetto Conspiracy. Players control a young wannabe rapper named Lucas who drinks too much at a party one night.
TOS. I didn't see that in the trailer before.
Oh, do we have to skip it?
No, you're fine. Keep going.
Okay.
There is just a little bit of titty action.
Oh, just some biddies?
Just some little biddies, you know.
Okay.
It's a game. It's fine. It's part of the contest. Not gonna...
Wow, this game is great.
Twitch is weird.
Oh, wow. The catchphrase on their page was, player controlled a young wannabe rapper named Lucas who drinks too much at the party one night. That's it.
I don't know what to say about this game.
What is there to say about it?
It's a point-and-click adventure or something, right? We've done these at Jep. Oh no, there they are again.
There's the titties again. The biddies.
That's a nice background right there.
I do like that they have the classic point and click though.
Yeah, I think that might be going off of the feeling of Leisure Suit Larry.
I mean, no, this is like
this is
old
the Maniac
school
Mansion system with that one.
Yeah,
which makes sense because 2 episodes ago we had another Maniac Mansion like game too.
So I'd say if you want to play this and stream it, do it at launch, just in case it were to hit the banned game list. You never know. I don't think it would, but you never know.
Okay.
Not bad though.
Different.
Raleigh, I'm sorry.
What?
Good evening. I'm Jeremy.
No, I don't know. I feel sorry after that. Okay.
Sorry for that last one.
Yeah, that last one.
This is going to be pretty cool. By the way, this is not for broadcast prologue. So if you're a streamer and you want to know what it's like to work in a TV studio and be the true tyrant mod that you could end up being in your own chat at all times, this is the game for you because you get to control the actual national news and get to censor people that are being dumb on their thing. You can be Blizzard.
So, Brawley, yeah, this is, they said this is specifically inspired by Papers, Please, like games and such like that.
That right there?
Yeah.
And the cool thing that is a prologue, so that one's actually going to be free too as well.
Oh, cool.
So make sure to keep an eye on that, and go pick it up when it comes out on the 11th.
I'm always happy with platformers. What do you think about platformers, Brawley, for your content?
2D platformers that are like sadomasochistic, I'm all for. I was never a fan of, with the exception of like Mario 64. I cannot get into any form of like 3D platformer that with a focus on collecting. I just can't.
Gotcha.
Damn.
Just cannot.
I mean,
That is,
I can't stream it, but it's always been the things I enjoyed in my youth, so I get that.
Yeah. These are definitely still on my list of games of like, they're really fun to play. I just played Lucky's Tale. That was refreshing. That was the
Fox. It is a Fox one too. That was the other Fox one, right?
Yeah.
I forget.
I thought I played the Fox now one. Oh, this is not Fox. This is Raccoon right here, I think, right?
I think Lucky's Tale was Fox, but yeah, it was fantastic. It was really refreshing. Yeah, it was a Fox. Okay. And it's worth playing. But yeah, this looks like it needs a little more polish possibly, but you know, it's I don't know. I want to know if this was one of the first games. Oh, Tiny Build publishing this, so it's gonna get just rushed out anyway.
What I love is we live in a world where once upon a time the AAA games were making those, and now we're actually having the. Yeah. I'll stop and let you talk.
So for a horror month, I literally started playing Vampirade, the Masked Squire Thin Blintz for the first time ever, and I'm getting into Go on. I totally said the name wrong one time, and I said the name wrong multiple times, and Chad has just been like compounding this name for the game. So yeah, it's not Vampire the Masquerade. It's Vampirade, the Masked Squire Thin Blintz. But anyway, for the first time ever, and it's old, but I'm enjoying it so far. And the world I've been down for. The game's a bit jank, but the writing has been solid, so I've been liking it.
Mm-hmm. If there is like one thing like and we're actually Jack, I'm pretty happy that you did find an actual good trailer that works, because their launch-ish trailer it was not good at all. But it's kind of interesting that like this series, every so often you see it pop up on Twitch and people playing it. It's a cult series, like cult classic that people.
When I was oh, sorry, Red.
No, go.
I was saying when I did my first stream of it, a lot of people popped in the chat. People who are just in our chat always go, "Oh, this is cool," and then people who just go who came in saying, "Oh my God, this is the first playthrough. This game is blind." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." And so people are very passionate about this series and this game. Well, not this game, but like the Vampire the Masquerade.
Is it like Undertale fans?
No,
it's like D&D fans. This is because since it's based off one of the most popular tabletop role-playing games.
I love Undertale, but Undertale fans are insufferable. I'm sorry.
This is a just for people curious. This is a visual novel in the world, as I understand.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, this would make okay. You know what? That makes the first trailer make way more sense than if it's a visual novel.
It's a visual. So I think there are a few of these coming out. They're visual novels. Now, obviously, they're making a Vampire Masquerade 2 at some point. But yeah, this is a visual novel.
Hope is considered to be uniquely talented and tapped into current mortal fads. Having her as your companion might be a true
damn vamper.
Vamper?
Damn vamper.
So how far are you? You're in the process of going through Vampire the Masquerade, right?
I found out what's going on with Jeanette and her sister.
Gotcha. So you are you still have more to play. So people could find your channel
a lot more
at twitch.tv/OverBoredGaming and continue watching.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Versus Evil's doing some more goodies.
Yeah, they are.
I didn't know this was Versus Evil.
Met a bunch of kids, made some friends, played some cards. I fought a bully. Got caught. Got detention. Got everyone's favorite game banned. All the kids hate me. I was attacked by monsters. Saw a boy get kidnapped by mutants from another dimension. Battled
I like the CD player.
evil. And maybe even saved the world.
Oh, Jess, not detention on your first day.
So the catchphrase for this on their page is delivers the experience of being a 90s kid. Booyah.
Wow. Well, that's me.
God, it's such a great trailer, though.
I don't hate this, but I hate this. The music, just like remember, Crossfire.
Yeah, I think that's what they're.
Crossfire. I totally get you.
Oh my goodness.
Or Pogs.
I'm not part of that anymore. I'm just gonna step out. We're just gonna go over here. Next up, I pressed that a little too quickly. But anyway, Cat Lady, the card game.
I know let's back it up a second. I played a horror game called The Cat Lady.
This is not that.
Not that
no,
game.
This is not that. This is a card game of Cat Lady, and it's aimed at achievement hunters. But it's okay. We have another cat game called Cats Are Liquid. Sorry, no. Yeah, Cats Are Liquid, a better place. So I don't know what they're trying to get at with that, but you know, it has Steam Workshop. I think that's pretty cool. Look at this cute little thing.
Getting shot out of it's
So
Cat
3D.
the Donkey Kong Country game.
3D puzzle platformer.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I don't know. I felt like since it has Steam Workshop, I imagine it's gonna probably be in the vein maybe of if anyone knows Knit Story. Like they start off as this like really cool just Metroidvania style game where you can edit it any way you want and then just share your levels with people, and it was fantastic. They came out with a really big one on Steam afterwards, but I imagine that this is going to be the same thing. You have like core mechanics that you can use, build your own maps, and then just share it with people, which I think will be fantastic.
Oh my lord!
But it does look like it also has its own story too.
Is there co-op?
Multiplayer.
I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing on the page.
or just different characters you can play as with different abilities.
Maybe.
Nice kitty.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, the full game was called Knit that I was talking about. Thank you. Or was it the other way around? Knit Story was the full game and Knit was the ones that could be shared? It was such. I played a crap ton of those on like a Windows 95, Windows 98 machine.
Apparently there's other games in this series.
For Cats Are Liquid?
Yeah, Light in the Shadow.
Oh.
Yeah, no, so this is actually a sequel.
Had some decent polish to it.
And it is single player, not multiplayer, so you are right.
Okay.
Next up we have is Divination, a short game where you act as a fortune teller in a futuristic world.
Cyberpunk. All right, I'm interested.
I feel, Jack, this might end up fitting in the genre of games that you end up joining, like Valhalla, possibly.
Ooh.
I played a day of Valhalla. It was fun. I'll get back to it at some
is one of
point.
my favorite visual novels ever. The writing on it is superb.
I don't remember the trailer being that short, but whatever.
Oh, well.
I knew it was a short-ish, but yeah, no, I think it's gonna be a decent story-based game, narrative-driven game if you haven't checked it out. Anyway, what's this game?
Jamestown Plus is a game that's been out
Jamestown!
porting to Switch, which honestly, this is a great system for Jamestown. It's your ride and shoot 'em ups, and that's great.
What is this music? This is amazing.
So, I would get really confused because the game is called Jamestown, and isn't there like a?
There
I'm
is
thinking
a
of the code.
Jamestown game that is another type of game. This is called Jamestown Plus, which is just another their second thing they brought out.
like Jamestown is like a logic deduction hidden role game, right?
No, that was something else that did have Jamestown in the name, but it was Jamestown something. If I remember.
Got it. Let's say Clay.
This is
No.
not Clay. It said Kelly.
Oh, it's not Clay.
Which is the name of
Kelly
the game.
Pie.
This is by Unlimited Fly Games.
Okay.
We
We're talking Moody. Ooh. I'll say Moody 2D platformer. Hell yeah, sign me up.
Didn't you play Blasphemous?
Yeah.
I think both of you did, didn't you?
That
Blasphemous was fantastic. I enjoyed that so much.
I had issues with it, but overall, I'm glad I did.
It was
Blasphemous is a great game to not knowing what the visuals are going to be, and then all of a sudden, what the shit am I looking at right now?
Some of those bosses, man. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, this I think has some. This is going to be, I feel like a pretty nifty passion project, but will end up going kind of in a. They're really trying to push forward with it, especially like you can tell they have the gameplay. They threw in these little cutscenes as well too, bullet hell style gameplay. And this, sadly though, just as a heads up, if you are interested in this, but if you care for the story, you probably will not be reading the story because this is only going to be in simplified Chinese. But as you can see, the gameplay is still pretty self-explanatory. And it's been in development since 2017. And it's going into early access. So it's probably for like bug testing, so only planning for 6 months.
If it goes into early access, the odds of it going English they'll probably have someone just volunteer that localization for them.
I hope so. I do hope so, because it definitely, like, they even have an English trailer. That's what was really odd about it. But I'm looking forward to this. I think that's gonna be fantastic. Always down for like some of the bullet hell games that are not
as
mean.
Yeah, I like bullet hell, but not like when it's just super painful.
So this right here, I had to pick, even though it isn't the best game ever. It's based off My Super Defender Battle Santa Edition. The only reason I picked this is, surprisingly, this was literally the only Christmas game trailer I saw in all my research.
Wait, I definitely voted down other Christmas trailers.
Oh.
This was one of the better ones.
Wow.
Maybe they were ones that were pre-added or something, but yeah, of all the ones I researched, this is the only one I could find.
So, in this game, you are one of two Santas. Obviously, canonical Santa and his, twisted, like, evil brother, Blue Santa. And you defend against, what was that? L? Like, what were you? Well, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. But yeah, it's just a defender game.
Got it. Well, it's gone.
Next up, we have is Dead End. Yes, Dead End Job.
Dead End Job.
And it has quite a catchy song with it.
I know we'll be talking over it, but this is one of those trailers that after you watch, you might want to go back and just go visit the website for them and listen to it, because it's got a pretty funny song.
I actually kind of just noticed that it's super meta too, because they were shredding something called extended story. So they're basically saying, yeah, we're just doing this just to have fun. Screw whatever story you're expecting for these characters.
Really pretty visual. I like this a lot.
Oh, it's the animations are very bouncy, and that's a fantastic way of getting
Dead End Job.
Next.
Alrighty then.
And the last trailer of the of the show.
Have you ever wanted to work with wood?
Is this the mud? Oh, this is the mud game.
I don't know about you, but I have to work with wood like almost every day here.
I have to work with Dagwood every day.
Well played. This is Lumberjack Simulator, and that's about all I can say about it. It's you're cutting trees.
I'll just say it's a simulator game where we put no money into the font of the game.
Oh man, you share a passion with a font just like Jack does.
I have had 4 different times I wanted to talk about fonts. I shut myself up, but using fonts are one of the most under cared about things in trailers and games.
I was gonna say the font for the game trailer, card was that is that trade card Gothic? That looks pretty nice. I guess I gotta say. Yeah.
All I've got to say is too much impact,
Bold.
too much Arial, and every time I see like Comic Sans, I know they don't give a shit.
Or Papyrus, it's tribal yet futuristic.
No,
but
interestingly, I don't think I've seen a Papyrus font on a trailer for about a half year.
Nice.
Oh, what the hell?
I feel like this is definitely what lumberjacks. So, funny enough, lumberjacking is actually a very dangerous profession, even not taking into account driving off of cliffs like they are here.
No, this lumberjacking is not something I'd want to be near. Like that's a scary thing, man. It's a super scary thing. Undertale had Papyrus, but that's like in the last half year.
Yeah, but they actually use font as a conscious design decision, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
we have reached the end of the show, and I want to say
great stuff.
Thank you for being here, Brawley. I hope you had a great time.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, thanks for having me.
And for you, the viewers, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it too as well. We'll be back in 2-ish weeks for the second half of December, possibly. We'll see what happens. Good stuff, though.
And there may be more goodies. And if you want to know more, stay tuned to our Twitter channels and such that you're seeing on the stream. So,
peace.
Peace.
I don't know why I'm waving right now. Can't see
that. All right, so we are at the end of the YouTube portion of the show. Sincerely, Brawley, thank you for being here. Morag, thank you for being a partner and handling last episode all solo on that one. I needed to take a break. So, but for everyone in chat, can you guys give yourself a round of applause or a chat or a random emote of your preference? Because you guys have been awesome chatting it up too.
Just a single emote. You put more than one, get out. Just one. Just one. See? Yeah.
There we go. We got it.
Yeah.
I'm down with tacos.
Oh, them tacos. I'm down with
there
tacos.
We go. Tacos, yeah. There we go. Yeah. Badgers.
But yeah.
Some butts.
So, Brawley, do you want to end up giving a quick little shout out for your channel where people can find you?
Yeah, everybody. My name is Brawley. My channel is called OverBoredGaming. We're actually a two-person broadcast, me and my co-host Dagwood. We're online quite often. I would show our schedule, but like basically we're online every single weekday. For usually also recently for a while is from like basically 3 p.m. until like 7 a.m. where we'll like alternate who's on the channel or do some co-op stuff. But recently it's been Dag has been going online at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm sorry, 9 p.m. Eastern going till 3. He's been playing Pokemon Sword because basically when we got partnered like 6 or 5 or whatever years ago, he was playing Pokemon at the time, and so he's been kind of like trying to evoke that, a little bit of nostalgia there. And then I will do stuff starting from 7 going until 12 with some co-op stuff put in there as well. As I mentioned before, this is our horror month. We've been playing just basically in previous horror months we kind of front loaded with like longer horror games. We're trying to do shorter ones right now. Right now I'm in the middle of a playthrough of Corpse Party. Other things you'll see on the channel is I really love I see RPGs a lot. Recently finished a playthrough of Outer Worlds. So I was telling Morag about this. So I say recently, but maybe like half year. So I finished a playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker, and that was like a 300 hour long playthrough.
Oh my god, that game is so good.
I told you the wrong.
Once you say Path, like I have been watching your Pathfinder game, and that game is ludicrously huge. I'm halfway through chapter 2.
Yeah, and I'm surprised it didn't kill the channel but no, it didn't. It just made us stronger. And unfortunately, Alcat announced that they're making another one. And I'm going to do it to myself again. Chat, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I assume you played Divinity Original Sin 2.
So Dag and I did a co-op playthrough up until like 50 hours in, and we got to a point where it's having fun, but it was channel deathing us a bit because people were like, okay, we're done with this right now.
Gotcha.
And so we kind of walked away from it. But at some point, I think I want to jump back into it now that I've like, primed our channel saying it's going to happen, that maybe it won't be a channel deathing game for us.
It's a good similar-ass content too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I kind of want to jump back into that. And also, as I mentioned earlier, Dag and I have been gotten into a mobile gacha game called Epic 7, which has been super fun. and we've been playing a lot of that recently, and we've becoming more ingratiated with the community there. And that usually happens like late night. So we try and regulate it to like once a week, but sometimes it kind of slips in there where we're at the end of a stream, we're like, or end of like a block of content, we're like, I don't know what to do next. Like, we just beat this game. We thought it'd go longer. Well, let's play Epic 7 and just play it like that. So yeah, a lot of content, whole bunch of variety. That's basically what it is. Yeah.
So, yeah, I find it interesting every time I've rated you. It's been Epic 7.
Well, I guess that you go late night and I go later night and or early morning, and so that's oftentimes going to be the late night stuff. But
yeah, I have learned to raid you if I end early, because it seems like we end around the same time, because I have hit that as you end a few times more than I should.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can give a quick abridged of what we do for content. Morag, you go first, my friend.
Monday to Friday. Fridays are usually dedicated to Final Fantasy 14. I've been playing it for the last 6 months, once a week. Like 6 to 10 hours a week max is all I've really ended up playing to catch up to the current content. And I gotta say, it is a fantastic MMO. It's an MMO with a different MMO feel. It still has the fetch quest, but it's mostly heavy story. Like stuff from like the original game has now coming out and making more sense as they build upon this story, even in this current expansion. It is such a great one. And like, I don't know if people have been like hearing and listening to what people have been saying about Shadowbringers, our newest expansion, but it is by far probably one of the best stories that I have played in a game in a very long time.
From what I understand, there's Final Fantasy 12 content in there, right?
Yeah, so they do callbacks to all the different games. Like right now in the current expansion, they're doing a big callback to FF8 with Eden and whatnot, which is pretty cool. They went and redid like the FF8 like world map theme. It's so good. But yeah, no, they have callbacks to FF6. They have a whole area. They love the original FF3. They love calling back to that so much. Like it is a big chunk of the game. No spoils. They just did Nier Automata in their game too, as well as a full callback. So yeah, it's fantastic. It's so good. The music is so good. What's up?
I have a question, Senpai. Can I put 2B's outfit on a Viera?
Yes. Yeah, you can put it on anything. I put it on.
Fuck me. God damn it.
I just did the Nier raid for the first time, and I'm like, I'm one of like the bigger characters. I forget what it is. It's not a Gulka. Gulka is the FF11 name of it. Ro, whatever. And it's funny. It's one of the very few items in the game that actually changed the physique of your character, and it gives you a better ass.
Oh wait, it has to.
It does. It full on gives you a different ass. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It gives you that ass.
So the funny thing you mentioned that. I love doing character creation Soul Calibur 6 streams. I haven't done recently, but so they put what's her name, 2B in that game, and she has her own like outfit. And literally in that game too, if you take her outfit and put it in a character, it conforms the body and just turns it into 2B's body and give it a better ass.
That's funny.
Oh god.
It's like it must be like their licensing thing. They have like, if you do this is what happens. All right, you can use her outfit, but you give them better ass.
But I know like upcoming, I'm playing through Star Ocean 1 right now. There's probably going to be a bunch of similar. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm playing through a bunch of similar game styles in the next little bit. So a little bit more of a content change for my channel coming up. Yeah. And Jack, how about yourself?
So just a note before I say my thing and we wrap up this little chatty here. We are doing the special trailers here in just a moment. So you guys, I just want to say, I'm sorry if there's any therapy bills. Just saying that now.
You mentioned Star Ocean. I literally just picked up a copy of Star Ocean for the PlayStation 1.
Star Ocean 2? Oh,
that's
Star Ocean 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Second Evolution is so good.
It is
it's so good. They remade Star Ocean 1, which was originally Super Nintendo, for the PSP, but then they re-released now for Switch and PS4. It's in the style of number 2.
That's really cool. Yeah.
The skill system, everything. You should play it. It's hands down good.
Star Ocean 2 is one of the first JRPGs I got for that system. So
really?
I'm totally down with that. Yeah, back in the day. I got it released. I got it day before release day. Because
nice.
Because the people at Kmart didn't care about their job.
We are old.
So,
Jack,
what do I do on my channel? I am currently with talk shows right now. This is the first and only one that's released in this season. I'm working on all of the other talk shows right now that I've been wanting to do, just evaluating and looking at it. Maybe an interview show or other things in the future. But right now it's mostly the Game Trailer Show and First Looks. I'm looking for a series, but right now if you don't like what you see today, it's just like the weather. See what's on there tomorrow. I typically go my best to go through a 4-hour to 8-hour look of every game that I can.
So you're not really focusing on like full playthroughs or anything at the moment.
If I have a game that screams at me as a series that I want to play through, I'll turn around and I'll play through that game. But I still try and want to focus on first looks because too many people in Twitch say they're variety, but it's just they're a playthrough series. They play through.
That's fair.
And
that's us. Yeah.
But the other,
I like the big games. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the biggest things that I do is when you design games and you see the little nuances, it's very easy to get disenfranchised and disenchanted with them. So this fits the way I look at things.
There you go.
Other than that, though, the only other content that I do sometimes is I'll sometimes do some HOTS or some games with friends. So, yeah, I know I'm not the only HOTS player. I know Dagwood likes a game or two of HOTS.
They're dwindling.
I figured. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much my gist.
Cool.
Really, the best way to say for all three of us is you can follow us on any of our social media to know what we're going to do next. But I'm sorry I can't visit your channel too much because horror games terrify me.
Yeah, doing horror. Like I said, it's the funny thing is I mentioned do horror games recently. For this month, I used to be really bad with horror games. Like we're talking like when I tried playing a horror game, I'm like this is like before you even started streaming. I tried playing Amnesia, and when the wind blew the first door open, I was like, oh fuck that, no, I turned the game off.
I know.
You didn't even get to the water part, did you?
No, I didn't get the water part. No.
Oh, the water part.
and then okay, Firecrow. All right, all right. So there's people in the stream horror games. They ham up the responses, right? That's fine. That's part of the shtick. I have a very visceral response to jump scares. I do not ham it up. I do not. But I will say the jump scares will still get me. But like after playing PT, I'm much more hardened to horror games now. I 100% PT. Yeah.
To put it in perspective, the horror game that scared me the most in my youth was Wolfenstein 3D. Just wrap that around your head. I scare myself. Yeah, that tells you how I scare myself.
Okay.
I played a group game of Soma, and for 4 hours, I was terrified because it was a Jackass podcast with everybody else on the stream scaring me and scare alerts, and I never got to see the monster.
I mean, were you playing the version game that didn't have the monsters in it?
Yeah, and also I used Tobii eye tracking. So it would identify where my eyes were, and if I got to the monster, it would literally spawn in my peripheral or out of where I'm looking. Things like
funny.
that.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
you always got to see those booties right away then.
Something like that.
So what's funny is that you mentioned that Wolfenstein 3D scared you. We have a viewer, Mod, Spabbygram, who said he played Gone Home, but he thought it was a horror game, so he's playing it the entire time, waiting to be scared. And he was like, he was on fucking edge playing it, saying, "I'm waiting for this shit. I'm waiting for this shit," and it didn't never happened.
Well, I think we don't need to wait for the shit anymore. I think everybody in chat, we can proceed with the special trailers, but they need to say, "My body is ready," or Reggie if they want to do that. I want to see people in chat say "My body is Reggie" before I.
If you enjoyed tonight's show, we do this every first and third Saturday at 8 p.m. I normally don't stream Saturdays or Sundays myself, so this is always a special little stream for myself. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned to the channels or even our Twitter or YouTube if you end up missing the live show as well too.
That is good stuff. Morag, thank you for doing the pitch. That was awesome of you. It's like we do this professionally. Morag, by the way, major thank you for being a partner through all this.
Oh, and I was gonna say, yeah, make sure you put that. Thank you for putting it in our chat. Thank you.
We ready for these? My body is Reggie.
So these are the trailers that you don't want to put on YouTube?
Yeah, the bottom line is, when you look over this many trailers, these are the ones that you're just like, oh God, they made this?
Like why?
Okay.
What? What's going on with these? I don't get it. Is this something we want to promote? Is this what?
Sometimes it's a horrible game. Sometimes it's a trailer that's like, duh. And sometimes they're trailers that are just walking memes or political statements of stupidity of Putin, Naruto runnings.
I know. I'll be.
Yeah.
There's one that got cut that I'll probably throw on my Discord afterwards. It was a little edgy.
Which one?
So if you want to check it was at the very top of the list last time. I forget what it was, but I'll be throwing it on my Discord after.
I gotcha.
So it's the one that I said an edgy. I said edgy isn't. What was the comment I gave? Edgy isn't special.
No, I get that. I even put potentially special. Is this special or just bad on that one? That was my comment. So
yeah.
So Brawly. If you want to, here's the thing though. Even though it's not in the official episodes, you may be able to find some of these in the playlists on our YouTube video. And if you go to previous playlists, you can find previous special ones.
Got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That said, Skin Teen Jade does find some great games to play.
Oh, I'm happy we kept the audio for this.
Yeah, no, we couldn't change that. How do you like that subtitle?
Let's give you something to regret. Okay, what was our first one?
Deep underneath a volcano, an egg hatches.
Okay.
A young dragon sets out to find the important things in life. Food, fire, and most
that dragon has seen some shit.
He wants golden gems. There's nothing wrong with that.
There isn't anything wrong.
This one I think ended up going more special because of mix of the art, mix of like the low frame rate recording. It's just a kind of accumulation of what?
Falling rocks, treasure chests, explosions, blue blocks,
why do you just
laser
randomly
beams,
put words
balloons,
on your trailer?
Dwarves, keys and doors, transmutation, gem eaters, conveyor belts, pillows, evil skulls, more explosions.
Very good. Very good.
You know, I appreciate handcrafted levels. It's not procedural generated bullshit. Good job, Subterra.
How do you handcraft a level?
You just you code it.
You touch it. You touch it with your mouse and keyboard. You get that special attachment.
I love this game. So,
I like the pillows.
Do you know the best thing you can release in December? An Easter game.
I mean,
hey, man,
it's
Guardians
relevant.
I like how that looks exactly like what was it?
Buster
Tiny Toons. Buster, that's what it is.
Yeah, Buster.
That's the immediate thing I thought.
Buster's got a gun. Dale's got a gun. Buster versus Dale. Who's gonna get the egg for Easter egg?
Okay.
Oh, it's not the good trailer. Well, wait, no, the good trailer was 4 minutes of just them running around shooting each other in bad gameplay.
That's all I remember seeing for that trailer.
I definitely had a Conker's Bad Fur Day vibe from that.
You don't even need to understand the language to understand this is whatever.
This is in that one universe that they have on that one Netflix movie. What was it with what can I think of any of it?
Will Smith, like, Bright?
Yeah, Bright. That's what I was thinking.
It was just orcs
and whatnot. It was like the magic has like infiltrated like the human thing.
Oh! Whoa!
We still no donuts here. John Cena.
Animations.
Look, they got some throwing in there like they did in Punch, you know?
Yep.
I feel that this is a heavy story game, you know? You can really tell it oozes atmosphere.
So the story
It
on this
loses
game
something.
is fascinating to read. Their gist is
What in the heck was that photo in the background?
explore locations, fight with different enemies and bosses, communicate with residents, and complete their tasks. Play as a village streamer. That's right, he's a live streamer from Russia named Valakas. All this adventure takes place in the beautiful far reaches of Russia. So he's story. In the distant Russian outback, there lived an elder, blah, 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 blah.
Yes!
He began to stream online games on the internet. Valakas quickly became popular and won the hearts of all Russian players. His beloved granddaughter named Ralika also lived with him. That's literally his plot.
What the hell?
So this radio's bullshit. I've seen his trailer already. He's not teaching a man to fish! He's not teaching, he's just giving him fish! Wrong, Jesus. You gotta teach him. Teach a man to fish. Shit.
I am the bread of life. What happens when Jesus uses all of his thorny heart power?
He literally eats manna.
Oh no.
Have you read the Bible?
I have not. Just the stuff that's posted on Facebook when people start preaching, and then someone comes along and they're like, "Is this what you believe in?" I'm just like, "Oh boy, okay." Okay.
I will just say that's some beautiful music in the background, though.
Like, if it's a game where it's earnest and it's a game about being nice to people, I'll give them props for that. But it probably lives in the realm of the only people who are gonna buy it are probably other older people who attempts to try and get young people to play it, but they won't. They'll just play it to make fun of it, which is it's sad in a way.
So,
but anyway,
Brawley, how do you feel about Man Standing, a game by Hideko Kojima?
Cutscenes by no.
There's
Man
the comic
Standing.
scene.
I like the music so far. Someone in chat, I hate these people. Oh, they just stole Norman Reedus, didn't they?
Oh, I love how they just show an empty hole. It's like, this is your world. Empty. That's right, I will patch this. This is beautiful.
So, I have not played... Is that Sonic?
Oh
No,
god, it's a dabbing Joker. I don't know.
So, I have not played Death Stranding yet, but I know enough to know this is making fun of it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so happy I didn't watch this whole trailer already. I'm happy I didn't. Explosions died. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no, the oil. It's floating. I just like it's continuous oil puking.
I can see Kojima just taking the trope of this game and just putting it like on a TV within Death Stranding.
That would be amazing. Oh, I love his sideways walk.
Is this actual gameplay? Maybe? Possibly?
I think this is actual gameplay.
All right, whoever made this is a sad, upset person. I'm not gonna lie.
I like how they actually keyed that out and they put the text behind the model there. That was actually that. Do you know that there was effort put into how bad this is on purpose?
Okay, so flying sharks are a thing.
God damn it.
So yeah.
I like how they put the directive there again. Good job. Again, if you don't know, this wait, the text is actually in game. It just randomly probably pops up while you're playing. It's not actually edited in.
Have you played a Kojima game before?
That's true.
Hey, I'll be playing it, but I'm waiting for the PC release.
So
same here.
That I will admit, today our trailers were more tame than usual for specials, but still they were special.
Oh, can you can you pee on things though? I know in that's how you can pee on things, right?
Something like
that. Yeah, there is. Yeah. Who knows? Anyway, guys, that's our show. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Thank you for being here. Do we have a person we want to rate up?
No, not at all, but we'll figure it out.
do you have a person you want us to possibly rate up, Crowley?
Let me check my following list right now.
Again, if you enjoyed tonight, we'll be back again in exactly 2 weeks, possibly, for a December show. More for our second half of December, showing off the stuff that we end up missing now, but mostly right up until the end of the month. So it might be a little bit lighter. We'll see what happens, because who knows who's releasing actual games at the end of December.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
All right, we were just talking about horror games, and here's another individual whom I respect immensely in terms of the production value and what they do with what they do on Twitch.
Okay.
Would you guys want to? Should I say it out loud now, or type it in our Discord? That way you can
type
kind of
it
keep
in
us
the
abreast.
Discord. That way, if it turns out that I personally want to hit him with a flamethrower, we can just
Fair
avoid that
enough.
awkwardness.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, no. I adore him. He can be my man.
That's fine. Okay, good. So Dr. Disrespect is some of my no.
Random note: did you know that he has his own TV series coming?
Yeah, it seems natural.
Yeah.
It seems natural.
No, he signed a contract. It was in the news today.
Yeah, from the developers of Walking Dead, right?
Yes.
Walking Dead.
Okay, that was it's AMC. They know what the fuck they're doing, so it's fine.
Yeah. No, they're gonna know what they're doing. Like, I don't know.
And
he's already shown that his persona works. That he has something that can work. So I think
it's a good character.
Do well.
I mean, his personal notwithstanding, it's a good character, good shtick. It works. I think you can make something funny around it. We'll see.
I'm ready to raid.
I'm ready to raid.
Riley, why do you love Wishand?
Like I said, you know how I was saying, like, you guys put together a really good show today, and there's a lot of professionalism that I really respected. Yeah, it's bullshit compared to Wishand. This guy just puts together no. I was gonna say, his show is it's like it's completely and utterly unlike anything on Twitch. And I've been watching him off and on for like the longest time. Like, he's also old guard Twitch, and he's just a great guy, and probably one of the funniest guys on Twitch. And I just really respect him. I really do. And there are times there's content on his, like, he'll do like a bit where I think it's pre-recorded, where he has two different characters like kind of riff on each other, but he's doing it live. Like he's like swapping scenes, doing two different characters live, and I thought that's pre-written, but it's not. It's him right then and there. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's a show, and he puts on the show.
So everybody join us over to raiding Wishand. Do we want to say something of a raid message from all three of us? We've never done this before, and I know this is on the spot.
Cockpit and kumquats.
Cockpit and kumquats sounds great.
Wow, that's nice. I was gonna say eat shit and die, but you know what? That works too.
Yeah.
Someone write that out into copy paste. I don't want to spell stuff.
I don't know. I'm gonna misspell kumquats, and I'm okay with it. Also, put an emote on it for sake of variety. Just whatever emote.
I'm putting it to bird on my.
Oh God, did it raid?
Anyway.
Oh, you already raid? Oh, you already raided?
It did it automatically because I hit enter. Okay, whoops. Awkward. Bye.
Well, okay, I'm gonna raid now.
Go raid. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Go. Whoops. I shot. Bye.